The Brothers Geek Out podcast did their first press junket.
The best Terminator content since Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
It can't rain all the time, guys, but sometimes when it does rain, we'll get some odd bad movies.
What's happening, people? Welcome back to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. The brothers are back with another episode. We're going to be going for some real world issues. We're going to give you some movie reviews and TV show reviews, specifically Terminator Zero and The Crow. We're going to update you with some MCU and DCU news and some other movie news. We'll go through the Emmys as well that happened this week. Guys, as always, check the description. The timestamp will be there. You have the flexibility to move to any part of the show. You can skip the updates, the real world issues, get to specific movie reviews. Timestamp's always going to be in the description, so check that out, guys. As always, join with Kibbs. How you doing, bro?
What's up, man? I'm good, bro. I'm good, as well as can be. Loads of things going on. It's been a bit of a weird up and down week, and my back's playing up again, so it looks like that thing didn't work. But it's maintainable. I've been training every day though, bro, which is good. Like I've been doing stretches every day. I've been doing yoga every day. I wake up now, 6:30, and I do 100 push-ups, 100 sit-ups. I haven't done that in ages, bro, which is like 2 weeks in a row, which has been great. Not even a day missed. And like I miss it. Like even if I get up a bit later, I think last weekend I woke up a bit later, I still got up, I still done it, which is like a great feeling and good amount of energy just pushed around the system. So doing those 100 push-ups and sit-ups even before I brush my teeth, I don't know, it's been a good better release of energy in the morning. So I don't know, it's the mornings have been good because of that.
The morning routine is really important, I think. For me, it is. And I read loads of things, but I've found my routine and I do it every single day, regardless of the day, Monday to Sunday. And it's literally the same thing. Like I start off with the things I've read, you got to do certain medication, get sunlight, all that sort of stuff. I think I kind of tick all the boxes, but I wake up, immediately I open the curtains to get natural sunlight. So I don't go in the bathroom or whatever and put the light on. So I immediately open the curtains, get natural sunlight into my eyes. And then I kind of wash up and then I do my prayers. I do some Quranic reading and stuff like that, right? I'm reciting and stuff. Then I head out and then I get some sun. I walk around bare feet in the grass to get some like earthing and whatnot. And I do a bit of stretching and movement and stuff like that. And then depending on the day, like I might do a little workout, be it yoga or swimming or something. In the morning, it's always soft training. Except Fridays, I do a bit of conditioning, but soft training. And then that's it. And then I shower up and I have like obviously water and whatever. But that morning routine is just perfect for me, man. I cover so many, like I say, I tick so many boxes in from my perspective, which help. But I think a morning routine is really important. Just waking up and just getting into your day. I don't know. When you were a kid, I was able to do that. As an adult, I'm so structured, I just need a routine. And that's my perfect routine. Like I say, food with like spirituality, natural sunlight and vitamins, and a little bit of exercise and movement, loads of water, and earthing and stuff like that. I've been getting into earthing. I don't know if it really works and all that sort of stuff, but just walking around bare feet on the grass just gives me a little energy, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, after getting into work after that and stuff like that, it feels good.
No, that's good. Good. I've been trying the same. It's been 6 years almost since we had a Laura, and like my routine has been all over the place. So that's been like one of the hardest parts. Like the morning, like I'd get up, I'll do my prayers, have a coffee to myself, but I didn't incorporate like training and having a bit more of a longer time, because what happens is after the kids wake up until 8, 9 o'clock in the evening, you're truly not by yourself, bro. You're still looking after two human beings and trying to deal with everyday stuff. There's no space for you to even, like, I read stuff, but I don't get to actually really sit down and enjoy reading it. With a comic book, I enjoy looking at the pictures, how they did that, the stories. Like I have to do like quick reads now. Watch the joy out of it. Not depending if it's after 9, then I'll enjoy it. Like Terminator Zero, bro. Watching that, I was just like, and we'll talk about it later. Like just indulged in it. I thought, yes. Like when I watched the first episode, the kids were running around like crazy. Second episode, I was like, oh no, you know what? I'm gonna wait till they go sleep because this is actually really, really, really good.
Hmm.
So trying to find that time for yourself. But yeah, as I said, uh we're getting there. There's a little bit of struggles happening, but we're trying to overcome it, trying to work differently as well. This is a new beginning for us in something different as well. So, but we had a first time experience. We got to go see Transformers One, an early screening. The movie doesn't come out in 3 weeks, which is insane to even think about. We're getting opportunities like that to watch a movie 3 weeks before it even comes out. The premiere was yesterday. And this morning we did our first press junket. The Brothers Geek Out podcast did their first press junket, which is, you know, just you get to interview the stars and the directors and the producers, and we got to interview director Josh Cooley and where's the other uh, the producer. His name is Lorenzo,
Lorenzo is
but
not on.
Josh Cooley. It should
Why
be
is
on
it?
there. Producer, where
Oh,
is
here
it,
we
man?
go. Let's go to the cast. Where's the? I'm looking.
Producer.
I'm on IMDb trying to look for it.
Well, it's not there.
Hold on. Sure, I can find it here. Oh, my mouse is playing up, which is great. Cast, but it should be no, it should be on this
Oh,
side.
actually, go down on the right here.
On the right, yeah.
Producer, not director, Josh Cooley. Oh, why didn't he name that? But Lorenzo. But Lorenzo has been with the Transformers journey since the beginning of its, live action movie. And great interview, bro. Josh was brilliant. Lorenzo was brilliant. I can't wait to share that footage with you guys. So uh we have to wait to the 11th of Can you? Yeah, 11th of October before we can release that footage because it comes out 11th of October. So, guys, we've got some great content coming to you guys. But yeah, so that was today.
Amazing. You know what? I'm probably the shittest Googler purpose person ever because I still can't find is
Lorenzo.
it the producer? Yeah, is that his name?
Yeah.
Like I must be the shittest Googler ever, Lorenzo. And I can't spell, so I won't be able to find, spell Lorenzo. But it just keeps coming up with like all the actors and stuff like that. Lorenzo di Bonaventura.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there you
he's
go.
done loads of movies. He's produced so many films. But he's a big fan of Transformers as well, man. And it was nice to I think when you do interviews and somebody says that's actually a good question.
Yeah, okay, that's nice.
Yeah, like
I'll be I like your interviewing style because, I mean, obviously I'm biased. But is this is known for like Four
yeah.
Brothers, Transformers, Madam Web? Shouldn't have bought that. Hopefully you didn't bring that one up. But
No,
yeah,
I didn't. I didn't.
Beverly's Car.
Yeah,
Okay.
actually,
Oh my
yeah.
God, he's involved in a
But keep
loads.
going, bro. Keep going. He's got a
Jupiter Eyes,
massive.
Super Doom, Pet Cemetery, Bumblebee. Obviously, a lot of Transformers stuff. Shooter, Meg, Puppet Master Rays, American Assassin. A lot. Okay, yeah, he's got a lot here. A lot, obviously, all the Transformers, the G.I. Joe, which they're gonna do a collaboration, right? The G.I. Joe and
Yeah.
Transformers, The Last Stand. Okay, Red, So, Stardust, Shooter, Doom, Four Brothers, which is a great movie, Constantine.
Constantine.
Yeah. So okay, Constantine. Oh, this wicked man. I'll be very interested to watch the interview. Like I was saying, like I know obviously I'm biased because you're my bro and we did the Brothers Geek Out, but the way you've kind of learned how to conduct questions, I think you get beyond just you try to get to know them. That you obviously talk about the movie and stuff like that. You try to get to know their thought process behind it as a creator. But then I'm sure you are something to humanize them a little bit, be it like mental health or whatever it is. I know you kind of look into that sort of stuff, and it humanizes them and it makes the conversation even more personal
Well,
between
yeah,
you.
personal. Yeah. So, like, Josh was like, we were talking. Actually, you know what? That's giving spoilers away. Just wait for
Mm.
the footage, guys. It comes out on the 11th of October. Uh, it's a big for me. That's a big thing.
Was you nervous? Like, do you get
Hell
nervous
yeah,
anymore?
always, bro. Always. It's only could be because I messed up with Lorenzo in between the questions. I got to the middle and I was like, blah, 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 blah. Like, sounding like a Looney Tune, bro. Fucking Porky Pig shit games, bro. Blah, blah, blah. You know, I was losing, bro. And I was like,
Ah,
shit, man, they caught that shit on 4K. I can't wait. When I see the footage, I'm gonna crack up. But I don't know why. The nerves do still get me, bro.
because it's not
It's a weird one
listen,
because you,
it is a weird one because you're gonna have a certain personality for an interview. If it was a conversation like this, hey, welcome to the Brothers Geek Out podcast. We've got the producers. What's up? What's happening, people? What the fuck's up? You'll be having a conversation with them. There will be no this is your time slot, guys. Da, 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 and I'm sure it's very organized or whatnot, and you got to ask specific
yeah,
questions.
yeah, yeah.
They're still human, but the problem is they have only got a certain amount of time with each and every one of you lot. But if it was like, listen, you got 2 hours with Kibbs, and they're like, yeah, let's chill. You could be like, hey, do you guys want to grab a cup of coffee? Let's go get coffee. Let's say what the fuck's up, man. And then it will you know, the nerves wouldn't be there as much. You'd just be like having a conversation. And conversations will go from the movie to what they've done in the past. How's your kids? Like, do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's a big difference
Yeah.
between podcast and an interview.
Definitely. And I feel like would be great in a podcast scenario. But saying that, I got a good, like, I think together we got like 25 minutes of footage. Got me blabbering on at one point. But, you know, I like to ask questions about the creative process. This is a good film. Like, that's all I can say. This is a good film. Like, me and Ash came out actually surprised. This was a really good film. So when you watch it, and you'll probably clock as well. You'd be
They
the
had
same
the Dubai screening this
already.
week. So
Oh, so quick,
man,
man.
we didn't get on it, man, unfortunately, and that individual didn't respond. But I you know I do want to watch it. I do want to watch it because I feel like they could do a lot more with animation and whatnot. So I want to watch it, man. So I'll watch it when it
Nice.
comes out, I guess.
No, definitely check it out. It's definitely one to watch, and not don't miss out on the big screen. It is sick, bro. Good soundtrack, good visuals, very good storytelling, very good story. They got a great cast, man. And I originally, me thinking, you know, all these voices have moved away. They did very well, bro, very well. But shout outs to Paramount UK for hooking the brothers up because I think I got to give them a shout out. They looked after me today. They knew that I was on a tight schedule as well. They made sure I got my interviews in. And listen, having an opportunity like that is great. And I think I was talking about this with Nick on our previous Geek Out session, which is already out. Guys, check it out with Nick Singh reviews. He's on TikTok and Instagram. He does like little like short clips and reviews and stuff like that. Very cool guy. Just doing what we were doing at the beginning is trying to get out there, finding opportunities, understanding the landscape of this. He knows it's hard work. It's not easy. So yeah, check that episode out, guys. That's on the channel at the moment now. And yeah, it's been a busy one today, bro. Very busy one. So good to be home. Good to be chilling. Kids have eaten. Had a few things to sort out, and we got a weekend ahead. I got editing to do. Got Idris's birthday. Idris's birthday's today. They're gonna do something
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Happy birthday,
Uh,
Idris, 7 years
can't
old,
believe
man. That guy. Love that guy.
time went by so quick, bros. So
Seven
quick.
years
It's
old,
unbelievable.
yeah. Amazing.
Mm.
Yeah, no. Say, well, listen, man. You obviously heard before the podcast. I'm just in a shitty mind frame today. Just been a very shitty mind frame. Just from the beginning of the day all the way to the end. You know, Dubai is an amazing place and there's so many advantages here. But I think I've already made up my mind that I would take advantage of the advantages and then when it's time to go, come home. Like I definitely wouldn't want to live here long full time. I mean, I might eat these words in the future, but. Maybe it's Dubai. Maybe I'm going to move to Abu Dhabi or something like that, which is a bit more chilled. But definitely, and I wouldn't want my kids to grow up here. I mean, like I say, the advantages are amazing, right? And I've mentioned those before: tax-free money, halal food. You know, there's loads of mosques and all that sort of stuff around. All that sort of stuff is the great advantages. The disadvantages is like there's no culture here, and there's no sense
Mm.
of community here. People are so inconsiderate that they're always looking out for themselves in regards to everything. be it driving, be it money and business, be it, you know, in the supermarket. People just have trolleys they bring up to the counter and they leave the trolley there. They just leave it in front, like in front of people, not even tuck it away or anything. Like, it's the most inconsiderate people of here, but that's because they got people from all over the world with one objective here, not to make a community, to make money and build business. So they dropped to it. So there's no community here. And I was like, you know what? I would definitely live here for the advantages. And then after I'll go back home. Because what's the one, like the UK, no place is perfect. But the one thing I can say about UK is there's an attempt to make a community there. And people kind of look out for each other. People kind of considerate to each other, be it driving. And yes, there's idiots everywhere, but be it driving, be it on the streets, whatever. There's a sense of community here. I just don't feel a sense of community at all. And people are just so inconsiderate. It's like, you know, that's the buy should have worked on that. Work on community as well as, you know, the business and stuff, but didn't work on that. And it just really puts you in a foul mood and just kind of like, you know, like I could turn into these people and just be very inconsiderate. And sometimes I can be, but like that just ruins my character. I like to help people. I want to be considerate of people. I would teach my future children to be considerate of people no matter what. But here, man, definitely, you know, people are not. So you got to make that choice. And listen, the Islamic thing to do and the right human being thing to do is to be, no matter what people do, you be, you know, you do good towards community. You be considerate towards people. That's what's the right thing to do. The human nature of me just kind of gets the better of me sometimes. It's like, oh, fuck them, man. If they're not going to be considerate, why should I be considerate to them? So it's very tough. It's very tough to like live with in a place where there's no community, especially when you don't have family and stuff, right? Because you're always fighting when you're as an expat. I've been living as an expat for over nearly 10 years now. The first thing you want to do is find a sense of community, be that me going to a martial art gym, you know, finding other Brits or just whatever, people on my level, comic book people, whatever. But when you're living in an atmosphere where just the country itself doesn't build on a community basis, it's like, wow, I don't even have family here. I'm trying to look for a community, and where I live in, there is no community anyway. Because like there's like the MOREs make up like 10%, 11%, 15%, whatever. So of course they have their culture and community and whatnot, but everyone else is from everywhere else. So it just kind of like they don't give a shit about anyone else, and it's just.
No, they still stay in their same circles and go on do their own thing. I think that's the problem with, you know, cultures getting together. Like us growing up in North London, I think we kind of had a good experience with community and how we all bonded with each other. Where now, as we've grown older, we've realized what certain colonial countries have done and how they put us in one set corner and say, you know what, dash them in Tottenham, man. Dash all them people in Tottenham, or dash all these people down in South London. Dash all these people in, you know, these deprived areas, which is changing now, but it made us get along with each other. People learn each other's cultures. People understood everything. I mean, I was speaking to Dwayne today randomly because I was cussing him last night. My guy's starting to look like Admiral Akbar. It's a trap from Star Wars. You know that guy, isn't it? The alien with his Dwayne's eyes are going sideways. I was like, bruvs, you look mash up, bros. He's not been well. Dwayne, sorry, bro, if you're watching this. He's not been well. I know he's not been well. So COVID has really affected, it did affect a lot of people, and long COVID did really affect a lot of people as well. And no joke, jokes aside, my guy's health has not been great, and he's probably the fittest guy out of all of us, bro. My guy, you know, he could eat 8 plates of rice by itself, and his belly is still a 6-pack. He'll have a little belly, but 6-pack. You know, Dwayne's always been the fit, pretty guy.
Well, he's
in
been
the crew.
athletic. Yeah, he's always been an athletic type of
Athletic.
dude. Yeah, and he worked out and all that stuff. Yeah.
But now he's starting to look like Admiral Akbar.
Why
sorry,
they call him
D,
Akbar, bro? Is that the alien's name, Akbar?
that's the alien's name.
I didn't even know that, man. Why they give him like an Arabic name? Because I'm thinking of like, who the hell was Ali Akbar? Someone from Northumberland Park or something, right?
Ali Akbar.
I swear we used to call someone Ali Agrabah. Agrabah's from Aladdin. And I swear there was a kid in school. His name was Ali or something. We used to call him Ali Agrabah. Maybe I can't remember. Anyway, But yeah, no, listen, like I said, regardless of that, but the UK, one thing I do love about it is I think there is a
Yeah,
sense of community with people. Like I say,
yeah,
it's in general, you're more considerate. There is a lot more consideration. Like I say, we're driving, just walking on the streets. I'm not saying it's safe, like, it's not a safest place and all that sort of stuff, but I'm just talking about with general people. There's general politeness. But you wouldn't, like I said, what just happened to me now, which got me angry, and I wish I could just overcome these things, but it just makes me angry. It's like I'm just waiting in line in the grocery store shop. The guy in front of me and his wife, and what I might, and he pisses me off because I'm like, you're teaching your kid to be an idiot like you two. They just unload their food onto the fucking thing to get it checked or whatever, and then they just leave the trolley right there. They just leave it there. So I have to move it. And like I'm just like cussing and I'm like, oh man, just G, calm down. Elliot's like, calm down, please don't say that. And I'm just like just cussing. Like I can't believe how inconsiderate these people are, and they're gonna teach their kid to be an inconsiderate little child as well. And just and it gets to me, and I'm like, man, I wish I could overcome it. But the problem is when it happens so many times, eventually you're just like, for fuck's sakes, man. How like what goes through your brain as a human being where you're just so inconsiderate, you're only in your own world, you just don't know what's going on. Maybe you were born with a super silver spoon in your mouth and you just have no sense of human consideration, and it just gets me so angry. But so that's what I'm saying, this place doesn't have that. And I'm not saying every single person, but it's so common. I would just say the majority of the places like that, you know. In the UK, like I say, nobody does that. Nobody would do that because there's more consideration towards each other. Just those little things. But you know, no place is perfect. But it's just really put
no, bro,
bad
it's a
mood.
hard one.
Yeah, just driving as well. Driving here, you have to be aggressive. I have to be a prick like everyone. And no one indicates. No one lets you go into a lane, even though you're indicating. No one else indicates, but I indicate. But no one would ever let you go in. They'll just do whatever they can to speed up and overtake, and they'll force me to take a wrong exit. So I start driving like a dick now, and people start beeping. I just put my middle finger up, like I don't give a shit. I'm gonna start
Mm.
pushing in. I don't care because you people are just like the worst, like I say, the most inconsiderate people ever. Just to let me come into the lane so I can take the exit, you're just gonna speed up so I don't get into the lane so you can get ahead of me. It's like that's the way the mentality is in Dubai. It's like get ahead of everyone in regards to business, in regards to the road, in regards to everything. Let me get in front of everyone. Let me be fast. That's the mentality that's what I'm saying. That's in Dubai. You know what I mean? Like it's a fast-paced, selfish, inconsiderate city. And I'm just like, you focus too much on the money and the city rather than building a community. The only community you have there, like I say, is really in the travel and lifestyle community in regards to like hotels, in regards to restaurants. Those people are super nice because they're accommodating for um tourists and stuff like that. So you get a sense of
Mm.
kindness from those people. But I'm talking about the general people that live here. No one has community. They lost it. They lost humanity, and humanity in the sense of community and consideration. But yeah, listen, man, that's just put me in a very foul mood today, which has been shitty. It's hard to overcome. I don't know why. It's such a human flaw that we have, man. I don't know if it's a flaw. I think it is a flaw because I'm
It's a
just
flaw. It's a flaw. It's a flaw. It's a
and
flaw.
but obviously we were created in this way to overcome it and all that sort of stuff. But it's hard, man. The hardest part of being a human, of Islam, all that stuff is that human emotional element of being able to control these little things and just be as peace as possible. It's so hard.
I suppose that's how Shaitan created all the shit that we have to go through. You know, you kind of think about it's difficult, bro, because there are times like people are going to be it's like taking Nia to the nursery. Nobody holds the door. This is like one of them heavy duty fire doors. If that crushes my girl, I'm looking to break your neck there. You know what I mean? Hold the door. You like. I don't understand. Like there are some people who don't have that etiquette, bro, and that's the difficult part. And I think all we can do is kind of teach that. You know, you say thank
Mm,
you when you walk past. Same thing. Like I'm rushing back from these interviews, picking her up, making sure I can get Lara on time. They've got a market stall that they usually put out here. Now our town centre, what you've seen before, they're making it a through road, bro. So they've started doing roadworks there, which is horrible because that town centre was actually probably really nice to just walk around. Kids can be free. Now they're making it a free road. All the market has come down Waltham Cross on the normal roads. And this woman with the pushchair was coming towards me, and I'm in the pushchair with Nia. And I stand to the side so that she can move through. She gives me this look and just walks past. It's talk, bro.
Yeah.
So I loudly said, "Thank you," and she was like, "Oh, oh, oh, oh," and I was like, "But then it's too late, you stupid idiot." Like,
Yeah.
you can be polite, you can be nice, but we have to kind of edge that on. We have to try because she realized after she was in the wrong, and I suppose when we say it in that way, it's been said in bad intention as well, which is
Yeah.
not right in
Because
a
people
way.
will say, did you move and do something? Did you do the right thing and expect a response of a kind response?
Yeah,
Did you do it for the
exactly.
kind response, or did you
Yeah.
do it to do the right thing? People will say that. It's true. Listen, I get you. Hong Kong was exactly like that. People will never open the door, but if you opened the door for someone, no one will ever say thank you, and people just go in like you're a doorman, in and out like a doorman. And I had so many times where I grabbed people and say thank. I literally grabbed someone and said, say thank you, because it just got so annoying. And I'm just like, you know what? Like, yes, did you do it, G, for the thank you, or did you do it because I tried it to be kind for one person, but everyone else took advantage, and that's what gets me angry, right? But it's just kind of like, do I be a dick as well? Like, do I just not hold the door for people? But I do it
Mate, this
here.
is I know, I
And
know.
I try to give people way and whatnot. And I sometimes say give a smile on it, but yeah, it's the same, bro. Like people, like I say, like people are not taught that at all. And I think the UK, I have to say, like I do think the UK etiquettes, gentlemen, quotation
Mm,
mark, teaches those things,
yeah,
politeness
yeah,
and stuff like that. You have
yeah,
to give the UK credit for that, because they do teach a sense of politeness. No one teaches it better than Japan. I don't give a
yeah,
shit
yeah,
who
yeah,
you
yeah.
are. No one teaches it as better than Japan. But UK does come, I would say, in the upper echelon, not the top, whatever, but in the over half the world population, I would say, in regards to like polite etiquette.
Yeah,
I give the UK credit for that, because listen, I lived in Hong Kong. They don't have that. Singapore's good. Singapore's actually really good. Dubai doesn't have that. Dubai doesn't have that. People are nice. I'm not trying to say everyone in Dubai is terrible. I'm just trying to say the general people's politeness and etiquette is not there. No, I was just saying, like comparing the different countries and the different
the
etiquettes.
etiquettes.
Well,
Yeah.
I give UK some credit for that. There is politeness there.
No, yeah, that's right. Totally agree on that one. I think they do have their gentlemanly ways, but colonizing bastards.
Yeah, I mean, end
Sorry.
of the day, that whole gentleman and all that sort of stuff really is for the upper echelon of people and whatnot. Like they're supposed to, they show more respect to within their class. I'm not saying that that's not the case, but I'm just saying in general. I'm not saying it's perfect or it's the most politest people or whatever. I'm just saying it's there a little bit, and there is when you're in school and whatnot. They teach you to say please and thank you and all that sort of stuff. I do think I remember learning those sort of things as in school and whatnot, and I think that's important. So I give the UK credit for that sort of stuff, but not here, man. Unfortunately, it's not here. But anyway, that put me in a bit of a foul mood today. Hopefully, inshallah, I'll get over it tomorrow. But yeah, it's been a long week, like 2 weeks myself, like working, training, and all that sort of stuff. But we had a little staycation last week, which was nice. So that was good to just get away from reality and stuff like that. It was Elia's birthday, which was awesome. So yeah, other than that, just been training hard, just been training good this week. Oh my God, something jokes happened in the gym that I have to express, man. So I know when we were young and gym rats, like yes, we had like bro chat and all that stuff. We didn't know what we are talking about. And I'm still learning a lot about gym and health and fitness and diet and all that sort of stuff. But I do not remember being this what's the word? I don't want to insult the dude, man, but just this dumb. I'm just gonna say it.
Go on, go on, go on.
Bro, I was wrestling with this kid, and this is the second time I heard it, right? I was wrestling with this kid, he's 19 years old, he's a big dude and whatnot. And we're wrestling, and then he was like, bro, how much do you weigh? And I was like, I'm like about 57, 58 kg, and he was like 98 or something like that kgs. Lucky he doesn't know what he's doing, so I was able to kind of like, we're just doing drills anyway. Anyway, my guy started talking about putting on weight, and he goes, bro, I don't think you're taking eating serious. I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, if you're saying that you really eat, you're not taking it serious, otherwise you would have been big. He goes, in 1 week I ate 20 chocolate cakes. But I started busting up. And I'm like, bro, I think you might be pre-diabetic. You need to get yourself checked out. Like, he goes, no, if you want to get big, bro, you need to eat like KFC and chocolate cakes and stuff. I'm like, bro,
Bloody hell.
you're looking to get a disease. I said, bro, what's the point? I said, listen, I'm happy to be small and healthy and eat healthy food than try and put on a couple of kgs by eating chocolate cakes and KFC and then get a disease. I told him, like, bro, what's the point of me doing all of that? Get a disease, then I can't train and I'm dead. What's the point? But I was busting up that he goes, I once ate 20 chocolate cakes in a week. I was like, you're pre-diabetic, bro. You're
Oh, that's
19
what.
and you're pre-diabetic, trying to tell me to eat chocolate cake to put on weight. I'm like, leave it, man. Like, I was talking to Ibby and I was like, Ibs, I swear we weren't that silly. I know we used to eat like double cheeseburgers and chicken nuggets. I'd be like, yeah, bro, bare chicken, bare chicken. I know we were that silly, but we were never like, we knew chocolate cakes. We knew like junk food is not good.
No, exactly. I think
But
there was a level of what we knew, but 20 chocolate cake, bro, that's
in a
bars.
week.
I'm just thinking about that, like
My guy
the
was serious. The thing is, my guy was
yeesh,
serious.
it
Like,
must have been butters.
bro, my guy was serious. He wasn't like he was joking or whatnot. He was trying to seriously giving me weight gaining tips. And I was
But
like, bro,
basically, get fat and disease.
get fat and disease. I'm like, bro, you're pre-diabetic, man. You need to go and get yourself checked out. I mean, listen, he's a 19-year-old kid, and I was like, you're just young. You don't know, you know. And I said the only advice I can give you, bro, if you want to listen to me, because when I told him about the disease stuff, he goes, "Oh yeah, I guess that's true." I said, "Listen, bro, if there's any advice I could give you, because I'm double your age, right? Believe it or
Yeah,
not, I'm double your age, right? But he actually looks older than me." I was like, bro, you need to
chocolate
cut
cakes.
that down because when you're my age, you're gonna have diseases and you won't be in the gym training. I'm 40
Hmm.
years old. I'm in the gym training and I'm keeping up cardio wise. I can't say I'm keeping up strength wise because it's just big and fat and whatnot, and
Yeah,
yeah, it's
yeah.
big. So strength, but cardio and endurance wise, I'm keeping up with everyone in the class. You're all
Hmm.
half my age, and yes, you're stronger than me, but endurance wise, I definitely got that on all of you lot. So I was like, if there's any advice I could give you, you need to. I'm not gonna say fix that completely now.
Stop eating cakes.
You shouldn't be eating 20 chocolate cakes in a week. That's all I said. And I was like, bro, crack me up, man. So hilarious, man. But yeah, you know what? Training's been good this week. Like I implemented swimming into my routine again. I haven't done swimming since I was in Singapore, which was 2 years ago. And I figured in the morning I just wanted to do some like extra cardio, and I was like, I don't want to do running and stuff. My knees can't take it no more. I have my airdyne bike downstairs, which I do sprints on, but I needed a long form sort of cardio. And I was like, you know, let me get back into swimming. It's my least favorite exercise. I don't like it. I don't like the water, to be honest with you. But I was like, let me just add it into my routine. It'll be a good full body cardio session, low
Hmm.
impact cardio session. Like there's no impact on the joints or anything. So
Yeah, that's good.
yeah, it's been good. It's actually been pretty good, man. So yeah, that's been me in Dubai. Tomorrow I'm gonna go teach Mabs' kids. I've been teaching them martial arts for the last couple of weeks now, and just
Cool.
teaching them the basics. So tomorrow I'm gonna go teach them, which is great.
Awesome. No, that'd be good. That's good.
Yeah, man. Well, let's get into it, man. Let's get. I know we already got into a little bit of the Transformer stuff. I know, so we're
No,
kind
we
of
did.
like
We did. We
in
did.
and
We did.
out.
We did.
But look, just real quick, guys. As always, check the description. You can skip this part if you don't want to listen to it. Some people don't. We're going to talk about real world issues, right? And when I see some people don't, I'm saying straight. I think I've lost friendships. And when I say I think,
Mm-hmm.
bare
Yeah.
people have unfollowed me on Insta, right?
Really?
I've had people unfollow me. Um, I'm not gonna name names or nothing now, but I've had people who just doesn't communicate, who don't communicate with me no more. And I'll tell you offline, and you'll be surprised because of the individuals who I suspect. When I mean I suspect, meaning I've reached out and I'm not hearing anything no more. And it's ever
Yeah.
since we've been talking about this sort of stuff. Like I said, my Instagram followers has gone down. Loads of people have locked me off, and so some people are being aware of it and whatnot. They're actually like, gee, I had no idea this was going on and whatnot. But yeah, like. But real world issues. I mean, like what's happening obviously in Gaza has been horrible. But what's
Yeah.
happening in Lebanon like now, which is, bro, like Israel goes down in history as that government goes down in history as the most evil baby killers of the world. That's their
Mm-hmm.
legacy, baby killers. Your legacy is you're a baby killer because everything they do is civilian infrastructure and killing
Yeah.
children. just to make
That's
say,
right.
and they tried to justify it with one bad guy and all that sort of stuff. What they did, that terrorist attack that they just did in Lebanon with the pagers and the walkie-talkies, like the whole Western media is talking about how amazing and technological advanced that is. Okay, that was a terrorist attack because they didn't give a shit who was around because children died. They didn't give a shit if
That's
people
right.
were in buses, in cars, or in a plane. They didn't give a shit about that. They just set those bombs off like terrorist attacks. Like it was a terrorist attack. I don't give a shit. It was a big terrorist attack that the Israeli
100%. 100%.
army did, occupation force did in Lebanon, and now they're blowing up. You know, they just blew up a building in Lebanon. That because that war's escalated now, and Israel started. Israel's escalated it without a doubt because all they keep doing, they bomb Syria, they bomb Iran, they bomb Yemen, they bomb all those places, right? But if someone bombs them back, it's like, oh, we need to defend ourselves. They go down in history as the most evil baby killers, man. Not just killing civilians. So they kill civilians disproportionately. They go down as baby killers because all they like doing is killing children. That's all they do. They kill children, kill civilians, and they try and justify it. They're terrorists. What they just did to in Lebanon is a terrorist attack, and they got their wish. I mean, that Yahoo is such a war criminal just because he knows what's going to happen to him if he stops any wars. He's going straight to prison because his own people want him in prison. He started this war. He's been escalating this war around the region, and they're gonna. That's it. It started in Lebanon now. They've destroyed and killed innocent loads. They destroyed the whole infrastructure of Gaza for no reason. They make up their bullshit, but they destroyed that for no reason because they want to move in, they want to push people out, and they want to steal the land. Obviously, they killed thousands of children, and now they're destroying infrastructure in Beirut, in Lebanon, right? They can never be tactical and just target military things. No, they want to go for civilians. They always go for civilians because they're the biggest terrorists on the planet. I mean, if you look at, because I keep thinking, why do Hezbollah and them lot, they keep firing rockets? Why are they not like impactful, right? I think it's either like, yes, they're a bit nervous because the US will get involved. Two, I don't think they're trying to attack civilians. I don't think so. Like, they're just trying to get military bases and take the Iron Dome down and all that sort of stuff. But they're not hitting any civilian places in Tel Aviv and whatnot. I think they're more ethical than the so-called moral army in the world. Like the worst.
No, exactly.
They're way more ethical. So I don't give a shit. I say it out here. I say it on my Instagram. I say it on WhatsApp. I know they're following me. Bro, the worst thing is, bro, is this a bomb?
Go on.
Is this what did they just expose in the world? Is my laptop, is my car a bomb that any government can just switch on and say, we don't need this person anymore? Is that what Israel has just exposed to the world? That all of our electronic devices is literally an explosive device that any government, or specifically maybe the US and Israel government, can just log on and say, we don't need this guy anymore, take him out, boom. Like, is that what has just been exposed to the world? Because what the fuck?
That's insane, bro. It's absolutely insane. Oh man. You talk about all the good stuff the world can do, but then you watch and you hear the pure evil that happens. I didn't think it'd be this bad, bro. The fact that they've reached out, what they've done recently. I don't have no words, bro, no more. I genuinely don't have no words right now to even think about the level of shit that they've stirred up now, because, and the thing is, majority of people know, bro, but it's insane. It's absolutely insane. And you're right, devices, all of that stuff, that's going to make everybody think twice about what they carry around with them or where they go. They're making things worse for themselves and endangering their own people in the same oh man, I got no words to say, bro. It gets me emotional, to be honest.
Bro, their country has gone into, that government has put their country into a recession. I mean, their economy is down, over 40 or 60,000 businesses done, like millions of people already left, and you're just instigating a bigger war. They only do, and listen, man, the US tax payers, the US taxpayers is funding them. not just a war, but just funding them because their economy is going straight down and they're keeping them up for them to get free education and free healthcare, have a beautiful city and just pay for bombs and pay for their weapons and kill and start this larger war. The US taxpayer pays the most towards it. So that's why they're like, it's ridiculous. It's crazy that they do it. I mean, I just saw something, again, the UN has voted that Israel needs to end the occupation in a year, or they're going to start applying sanctions. I mean, they should apply sanctions now anyway. But of course,
Exactly.
the US voted against it and all that sort of stuff. But these countries should all apply sanctions now. Forget a year. Like, what happens in a year when they don't do it? Because they're not going to do it. They're not going to do it. I think something like this happened in the past. They're not going to do it because they got the US support to always like veto shit and whatnot. All these countries should start fucking sanctioning them now and say, look, we don't want to do anything to do with you. Even the US, they should cut business with the US. Fuck it, man. Like they need to learn as well that Israel is bad business for them as well. I was watching something about I think, the Saudi king, someone from Saudi anyway was saying that, because they asked him a question. I think it was a Channel 4 interview. They asked him a question like, why, in the past, Saudi cut off the oil to the world in regards to the Palestinian situation, like, to support them. And that individual, and I didn't think about this, but the individual was like, listen, we don't have control over the oil like we used to. Like, we used to be the dominant oil providers in the world. Now everywhere's got oil. So really that wouldn't be as impactful as it was before. And I was like, that's a good point. I didn't really think about it because you can't get oil from other sources and a lot of countries do. It's not just the Middle East now, no more. But listen, anyone could do more. Like everyone could apply sanctions and all that sort of stuff. But, I've seen these Middle Eastern countries saying that, no, there's going to be no, there'll be no diplomatic ties with Israel until there's a Palestinian state and all that sort of stuff. But Israel's made it clear they don't want a Palestinian state. They think that they're defending themselves. They've come into that area to steal land and colonize the land and just cause nothing but havoc in that region. They're the fault of it. And the only solution is the two-state solution, but they'll never do that, especially with this government and whatnot. They're the biggest terrorists on the planet. And now that terrorist has got exactly what he wanted, which is more of a regional war. Absolute disgusting, man.
Exactly. No, it's horrible, bro. It's horrible. As I said, I've got no words to say really because it's upsetting. And to think we lost more kids and now they've breached this war into Beirut is insane, bro. It's always been on their agenda, but now it's actually happening.
To them, the Greater Israel Project is like it's Lebanon, Syria, all those sort of places, man. Yemen, I think it goes into Saudi as well. It's this wide Zionist fucking disgusting. Look, Zionism didn't create the state of Israel for the what do you call it, the for the Jewish state, for the Jewish people, a sanctuary place for Jews. No, that wasn't the case. They created it for colonialism, to steal the land, to have a hold in the Middle East. That's what it was. They hijacked the Jewish religion. They used what happened in World War II to hijack their religion. And that's why I keep saying you've got to free the Jewish religion from these Zionists as well, because they don't represent the religion of the Judaism religion. They hijack that religion to create a hold in the Middle East. That's exactly what the Zionists wanted, not the Jews.
Yeah, no.
I keep telling people we need to free, like we should also be saying free Judaism from that Zionist regime, because they are racist and the most anti-Semitic people on the planet, man. They put the whole Jewish name in crisis because of that Zionist movement, man. They're not Jewish, man. They're not Jewish. They don't represent Jewish people. They don't represent our Jewish brothers and sisters, man. That Zionist movement is just a colonizing movement. Simple as that. There's nothing there's nothing else to it. And any real Jewish brother and sister, like proper Jewish brother and sister who follows the religion of Judaism, will tell you that in our books, it says we're not allowed to have a Jewish state until the Messiah has returned. Like once the Messiah has returned, then we have our Jewish state. That's what they believe. It's in their books. And don't believe me. I'm not an expert scholar in any religion or whatnot. Check. Go YouTube and Google it or whatnot. That's what it says in their books, and I've heard it from many Jewish scholars on the Dean show. He's had many Jewish brothers and sisters, rabbis on Jewish brothers like rabbis and whatnot on there talking about that. That we're not supposed to until the Messiah comes. That's what it says in our book. That's why they're against the state of Israel. That's why they're against what's happening to the Palestinian people. That's what the real Jewish brothers and sisters believe. That's what I'm saying. You got free Judaism from this Zionist regime.
No, of course, definitely, man, definitely. Listen, man, prayers go out to the lost ones, man. Honestly, it's heartbreaking. That really affected me on the days when I heard about what's happening. And oh man, if it's, I mean, it's spread into there as well. We've got Lebanese friends as well, which is horrible, horrible for any human being to go through all of that, and now worry about friends and family there as well, Palestinians as well. Oh, it's. I haven't got no words to say about it, bro. It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. It's not got any better over the past 12 months, 11 months. It's only got worse, bro. It's only got worse. And I keep saying we're too late, we're too late, we're too late. Because nothing's happening, bro. And I think that's what's breaking me down even more. You know, we're passing the message on, we're growing. A lot more people know the truth, a lot more people are getting educated. But yet, nothing happens, bro. They have all these world meetings, all these powerful people, nothing is happening. And I think that's where I kind of, I don't want to say I'm losing hope, because the more I pray, the more closer I get to God. The more I pray for them to make it easy for them, they seem to be struggling even more. And it's like, it questions your faith, it questions the reality of this world and our privileges as well. And we're always going to be sharing that message. Shout outs to Watermelon Pictures. They reached out, they followed us recently. We've been going back and forth talking. They've got some films coming out. There's one called, oh, it's gone right out of my head now.
Should I Google it real quick?
Anyway, they've got loads of films coming out. I think it's called My Teacher. Oh, it's gone right out of my head. Watermelon Productions. Anyway, they're a Palestinian movie company, bringing out movies about Palestine, what's happening in Gaza, different stories, people's stories, and I'm going to be sharing a lot more of that on the channel as well. And they are sending some goods to us for us to share, and I'm going to give them out to people as long as they make donations and they let me know. It's a great thing. They're a great company, and they've got some great films coming out, which I'll get to see as well soon as well. So I'll let you know once I get links for that, and then I'll share it with you as well, bro.
Is it this?
But
Watermelon Pictures?
yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
yeah.
A watermelon, picture of watermelon films. They got Freedom, Gaza Fights for Freedom. That's the one that Thing done, I think. Abby Martin. Is this the one? Yeah.
No, walked off.
Watermelonpictures.com.
Farah is a good one. That's one that needs to be seen. That's about the Nakba in 1948.
But this is the right website, yeah?
This is the right website, yeah.
Okay, guys, check this out, watermelonpictures.com. And I think, yeah, they got a list of movies that are coming out, new releases, ward off, Israelis.
And these are all award-winning movies. So this is really good stuff. This is real life stuff.
This one, I believe Abby Martin done this one, who's been always speaking for the Palestinians. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But yeah, okay, guys, check this out, watermelonpictures.com. Well, I'm glad they reached out. I mean, we're not going to stop talking about it. Like I say, like I don't give a shit, and I would never you will never hear me talk about people like any violent stuff in regards to we need to do this or this. No, I'm just talking about who's the wrong in the wrong and whatnot. And no one can ever convince me, because the moment, like I say, you're butchering children, over 15,000 children.
Yeah.
You're that's what you go down in history for, as baby killers. You go down in history as baby killers, and all these people in charge, the only reason why they get away with it is because the US are supporting them, and they're just the biggest superpower in the world right now. And I wish they'd done a better job. Listen, man, everything that we do, and because obviously they've colonized everything. This Geek Out show, everything, it's US related stuff, all the superhero stuff and all that stuff. So I wish they really played the superhero in the world and was able to control these things, because they can easily do it with a click of the fingers to say, listen, Israel,
Exactly.
enough, we're going to sort this out. And no more giving you the option, no, we're going to jump in and sort it out. None of this killing anymore. Here's the solution, done, 2 states. But they're not. Unfortunately, they fund it as well. And it's, of course, not everyone there. It's the people in charge, unfortunately, who are ultimately in charge, or who are ultimately controlled by the Israelis with the APEC funds and all that sort of shit, which is a ridiculous thing that's going on. But that's why it's not going to happen, right? But you know, that it's a shame. It's a shame, and listen. That's their legacy. No matter what, they will go down in history as baby killers. That's it. Colonizers, baby killers. There's nothing positive about what they've done, and they've demonized the Jewish religion from the real Jewish brothers and sisters. And they've just done nothing but destruction. That's what they've done. It's horrible. It's horrible what they do. Listen, if there's anything that you can hope for, is like that Yahoo's gone, right? That whole government's gone, you know, from the Palestinian and all those sorts of those governments, like, yeah, again, gone. You don't need none of those people, and just some decent people from both sides, man. Just some decent people just get in charge and say enough. Let's just make peace. Let's just do the 2-state solution. That's who you hope for, man. But they need to get all the war criminals. I don't care from what side. All those war criminals from all sides need to just go. Put them in prison. Just get new people in. And I just hope. You could just hope. You can. I mean, the UN just seems so useless. But you just hope that they'll be like, all right, we have control over who runs your country. Enough, no more. Like, we're gonna put new people in charge. You guys are criminals. You're going to prison. That's it. And you just get some decent human beings on both sides. That's the only way that will be resolved. But anyway, I don't give a fuck, man. I'm still going to be posting shit. I'm never going to be sparing violence, but I'm just going to say it how it is, man.
No, 100%, bro. 100%. 100%. Oh, man. Yeah,
Well,
listen, guys, make sure you go to the links in the bottom of this video. And if you're listening to it on any of the podcast streams, even in there, the links are there for medical help in Gaza. And I hate to say, man, help the people in Lebanon as well. Our prayers go out to them as well.
Yeah, prayers go out. Guys, as always, you know, exposure, share all the news, let the world see, boycott as much as possible, and then donate, right? Free Palestine, free Sudan, free Congo, free Lebanon, just free, man. All right, cool. Guys, let's move on. I would like to say let's move on to a brighter note. It's always tough kind of transitioning on from these conversations. I get so emotional, but unfortunately, we got some news to give out. Rest in peace to Chad McQueen, who passed away. He was, I believe, it was Steve McQueen's son. He started in Karate Kid, and he's been in loads of movies and whatnot. He passed away on September 11th, at the age of 60, I believe it is. Was it?
That's right, man.
1964, I think it is. Rest in peace to him. You know, obviously I know him from Karate Kid, so I just wanted to give him a shout out. And he's been in, you know, these movies here, which Karate Kid, I guess you could say, is the most common one we would know of. Keeping on that, rest in peace to him and his family. Rest in peace to Peter Renade. Hopefully I said that right.
Yeah, Renady. Yeah.
He's known for so much voice acting. What I've known him for was the original Splinter in the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That's right.
Which is why it popped up on my it popped up and I was like, oh man, I need to give this guy a shout. But look at everything. Teenage Mutant, look at the voiceovers my guy's done, right? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Shrek, the Defenders of the Earth. You got I said Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles there. Like loads of stuff, man. The guy's been involved with so many voiceovers. I believe like video games as well, Assassin's Creed. Rest in peace to him. You know, he passed away as well. So rest in peace. I just wanted to give them guys a shout out. Guys, all right, let's move into what is this? Dragon Mark, the hell?
Bro, hold up. You missed the biggest one that happened, bro. We lost James Earl Jones.
I think we spoke about that last week, you know, didn't we? We did,
No, I don't think so.
I believe
we didn't lose him too. I swear he was the other day, bro.
No, James Earl, we spoke about him last week. Definitely. We definitely spoke about it. I'll pull it up right now, bro. I mean, rest in peace to him, of course. Like, you give another shout out. I mean, regardless, man, do it. It doesn't matter if we spoke about it before, but the legacy that guy's left behind is just, amazing.
No, bro, I don't think we spoke about it.
Go,
I swear it
well,
happened earlier this week. But this guy,
no, it was
James
too.
James Earl Jones, this guy, legend. Beyond legend, bro. I'll always remember him from Three Fugitives. Hold your fire, hold your fire. But this guy's, coming to America, Lion King, Darth Vader's voice of Star Wars. Uh, he's been on the Big Bang Theory, uh,
You're
Field
right.
of Dreams. He did
Oh,
Broadway, a lot of Broadway. He did the original Fences, which uh, Denzel Washington did after. Uh, There's so many, bro. This guy's just got a catalog of film. He was in The World's Angriest Man with Robin Williams, with the Fuji
oh
and
my God.
Fuji, bro. That scene
Fuck
destroyed
you.
me.
Hey, you're right. We didn't speak about him.
We
I know
didn't, bro.
I know I wrote it down on my phone, but I don't know why. Are you sure? I feel like I definitely feel like we paid a tribute to him. I really did. Like I didn't
No,
think that
so 9th of September. No, we did the episode before then, right? Or
9th of September, is that when he passed away? Um, I really feel like we paid a tribute to him. I know 100% I wrote that down. Damn. Anyway, I'm sorry that I missed it, man. Like you said, man, I mean, look at this. Field of Dreams,
Conan
Lion
the
King.
Barbarian. Yeah.
His voice acting
Right.
is the
Anyway,
best. I mean,
listen.
the most iconic is obviously
Darth Vader.
Darth Vader. I mean,
Yeah.
this guy is an absolute legend. I'm sorry that I feel bad that I even that I missed it, but I know I had it on my list. Damn, this guy's such a legend, man. His voice is the most epic voice of all time. Like, like
Yeah.
Morgan
100%.
Freeman's goes up there, like with voice acting and just
Yeah.
narrating
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
whatnot. James Earl Jones, 100% is up there as well. I mean, yeah, just oh my God, man. His catalog is of movies just
Massive.
a legend. And you know
Massive.
what? How old was he? 90 something? I mean, listen.
Good on him. Good on him. Good luck. Mashallah.
Beautiful
Wow.
life,
Mashallah.
man. It's always heartbreaking when they're young, and
Mm.
Chadwick Boseman was really heartbreaking. So much more to
Yeah.
give to the world. James, at least you could say he gave so much. He lived a full life, and he leaves a legacy behind.
Legacy.
You
Yeah.
know,
No. Yeah. Rest in power, dude. Rest in power. Your
rest in
movies will live
power.
on for a long time. You know what I mean?
Definitely,
So
definitely,
that's part of history now.
man. I
But
feel
yeah,
basic that I
let's
didn't bring it up. All right, but
yeah, I feel like
guys.
we didn't talk. That's why I brought it up. But yeah, sorry, go on.
Yeah, well, look, guys, let's get into some. It's like I said, it's a hard transition, but let's get into some of the movie reviews, stuff that we watched, and let's go through those. We'll give a proper breakdown of Terminator Zero and Crow, but we'll get to those in a bit. I'll just quickly go through the list of stuff that I watched, real quick with you. I watched this movie
Yeah, no,
called
that's cool.
The Wrath of Becky.
Hold up,
Um,
before you do that, guys, do all the good stuff. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Help us get to the 1,000. We really need that. But that guy looks like Wolverine in the background, bro.
I know. When I was
Well,
watching the movie, I was like, any Henry Cavill Wolverines. Um,
how is this?
I thought it would be better. So I expected a boy kills world type of female version of that. And I thought it
Okay.
was going to be that. The last part, you could say, kind of was like that. The best thing about this movie, I would have to say, it was short and sweet. It was like an hour and 20 minutes, right? So
All right.
forget
Okay.
about realism and all that sort of stuff. I didn't really care about any of that sort of stuff. But I thought I was gonna get like a boy kills world type of movie, which is gonna be so much fun and of killing and all that stuff. Yeah, there was some gruesome killing and all that sort of stuff. But it wasn't that. Like a lot of it was just building up to it. And then when it actually happened, it was like it wasn't as much. So, but fun watch. Sean William Scott is in it as well. Always
All right.
knew him as Stifler, and I know something happened. I don't know exactly what happened, but I don't know. He just hasn't been around for ages. Now he's back for a little bit, but it's good to see him back anyway. Hey, short, easy watch, like I say. I mean, for me, I'm not gonna say it's like a must watch, but if you got nothing to watch, it's something you could give a chance. I forget about realism and all that sort of stuff. If you just want to watch something a little bit fun, a little bit related to the real world of certain elements that they've taken. in US politics and all that sort of stuff. You can, I guess you can give this a watch. But if you're expecting a female version of Boy Kills World, it's definitely not that. Maybe a little aspect of it, but it's definitely not that. So that was my thoughts on this movie. The next one I watched was, I watched the first episode of this, Fight Night, the $1 Million Heist. This was really good. I really enjoyed this. It's got a crazy cast in it, but obviously Sam Jackson, who's just a legend. Kevin Hart is actually really good in this. He's really good. I know we were not laughing, but we were talking about Borderlands and all that sort of stuff. This is good. Like, he's really good in this. John Chadel's in it. Is awesome. Taraji P. Henson, right? Terrence Howard is good in this.
Main.
Bro, you got some great great cast in this, and it's based around, it's based a little bit around some real world issues, like real life stories like Muhammad Ali and certain fights around there. So I'm just getting into it. I just watched first episode. So far, I'm invested. I like what they're doing. I like the acting. Kevin Hart is really good in this. I like this. You know what I mean? So it's not comedy. He's not being his self comedy or whatnot, but there's elements of, like, how do I put it? Like, it's not too serious, if that makes sense. This is good. This is enjoyable.
He's acting. He's
Yeah,
actually acting.
He's acting. He's not just being himself, basically. So it's pretty good. This is really good. I'm looking forward to watching more of this. Sam Jackson is obviously a legend.
Bro, you keep going. Give me a second, yeah?
And he's awesome. So that was my thoughts on that. I watched the first episode. I watched the first 2 episodes of Agatha All Along, Marvel's new Disney Plus show. How do I feel about this? It was okay. If I wasn't deep invested in the MCU, I definitely would not watch it, right? But because I'm invested in the Scarlet Witch, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm more invested in her. I think she's one of the most powerful, obviously she's the most powerful, one of the most powerful characters in the MCU. But in regards to female characters, there's so much story to be told for the Scarlet Witch in regards to the traumas that she's been through, about losing her family, losing her brother, losing Vision, everything. And I just feel like, they killed her off. But what I'm hoping in this show is they bring her back, because she's the best female lead character you can get in the MCU, in my opinion. There's so much more to give with her. Now, in regards to this, listen, she's awesome. Catherine Hannah, is that? Can't say her name. Hein. Anyway, she's awesome. Did I say her name right? Obviously, I didn't say her name right. She's really good in this, as she was in Scarlet Witch. The show's okay, I'm not familiar with these characters, to be honest with you. So, and I'm not personally gonna go do the research. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not that invested in these characters. I'm not into, like, the whole witch sorcery stuff. I'm more into, like, sorcery, like magic and shit, like Doctor Strange or whatnot. I don't know if that's a bias or whatnot, but listen, I will watch it just because it's connected to the MCU, and I'm just hoping we're gonna get Scarlet Witch back. I will throw out there, they ticked every one of the box of the DEI, diverse, equity, inclusion checklist. So, if you're into all of that, they ticked every box you can think of. So that's that. If I throw it out there, I can't help but notice it. I'm sorry, but it didn't put me off. I'm not saying it put me off. I'm not saying it's a shit show. I was genuinely actually invested. They were like 40-minute episodes, and I was like, yeah, cool.
Okay.
This is all right.
So we're getting longer episodes, it looks like.
So far, yeah. I guess so. I don't know. Listen, did I want this character in this show? No, not really. Am I gonna watch it? Yes. Did I enjoy that first 2 episodes? Kind of. It wasn't shit enough for me to say, fuck this, I'm turning it off. You know what I mean? That's how you know something's bad. That's what I'm trying to say. Look, I don't like to shit on things, and I know Marvel's been kind of like on and off and whatnot. If it's that bad, I'm going to turn it off. It wasn't that. So anyway, you haven't seen it, I'm assuming.
No, I haven't had the chance, man. I haven't had the chance. So probably later on this week,
All right,
I'll slap it on. But for now, I got invested in other stuff.
All right. Well, just my recommendation. Just check it out. There's no harm in checking it out or whatnot.
Yeah, no, I will.
All right. I'll move on to. I watched this one, Subservience. If I said that right, with Megan Fox. I mean, you know, almost like a Terminator AI sort of story. There's nothing really new to it. I was laughing about it, like, because like basically, you know, it's about a father whose his wife is going through some medical issues and whatnot. They're in the future, obviously, and whatnot. He needs some help around the house. Ends up getting this AI robot that looks like Megan Fox. You know, his excuse was like, my daughter picked it. I was like, sure she did. You couldn't pick the Butters one. You had to pick the Megan Fox one. Okay. Anyway, that's what I was laughing about it. You know, she ends up, what ultimately, what it seemed like it is, it's like, again, the Terminator thing, the AI takes over. But it looked like in this one, the AI who was played by Megan Fox, emotionally outsmarted the human being for him to reset her programming in a way where she could start taking in control. So there was an emotional element. So it's kind of saying that AI can now play into emotions and all that sort of stuff. We're going to get into Terminator Zero later on, but you know, it kind of is in that line and whatnot. I was just laughing because I was like, you know, Megan Fox as your housemaid. I'm like, cool, nothing's gonna happen. Right? Of course, she ends up seducing him and all this sort of shit. I'm busting up laughing. I'm like, if that was me, I'm picking the most butters robot of all time. I'm not picking a Megan Fox. I'm not putting myself ever in that situation. I looked at my wife. I'm like, there's no way you're picking like an Idris Elba or something like, or a Chris Hemsworth. We're gonna pick the most butters robot in the world to be a housemaid if it ever gets to that sort of situation. But anyway, listen. I'm just we were just making jokes about those sort of things. Of course, she was going to seduce the dude, and then, you know, emotionally, like I say, she ends up killing up bare people and stuff like that. Listen, if you want to watch it, check it out. You know, that's just my quick.
Is that what's that on Prime?
What's that, Prime? I don't know.
We'll have to double check.
Yeah, yeah. Anyway, it's all right. It's all right. Oh, this was good. This was good. Rob Peace. So this is based on a true story. A brilliant young man puts his bright future at risk to help his father. It's the writers is Jeff Hobbs, Chiwetel Ejiofor. Ah, man, forgive me if I've definitely butchered your name. Starring Jay Will, Mary J. Blige was a producer and starring it as well. Chiwetel Ejiofor, yeah, this, well, you know him, man. He's fucking amazing. This dude.
Mordor. No, he's not Mordor. He plays.
It's Mordor, yeah.
Is it Mordor?
Baron Mordor, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. Anyway,
He's awesome. Listen, bro.
he's really good. He's really good.
Oh, he's like those top class actors, bro. Like,
Yeah.
he's a proper
100%.
actor. Yeah, like he's amazing. This movie, bro. I want to talk about this movie actually. I know you haven't seen it, but basically it's based on a true story. How as a father, let me ask you, bro, as a father, like, how much of your child's life are you willing to sacrifice for your own gain? So basically, the father, he gets down, he goes down for a crime, a murder, which he claims that he's innocent for the whole time. Now his son is super intelligent, you know, just mathematically and whatnot, gets into Yale University and all that sort of stuff. And his father gets convicted, you know, of course, you know, people with black people in America just, you know, without evidence and all that sort of stuff, unjustly convicted and all that sort of stuff. His father obviously has no one, but his son, of course, the son is going to do whatever he can to get his father out of jail. So as his son grows up, you know, he's a very bright, intelligent kid. He learns the justice ways and all this sort of stuff, works on getting his father out. He does end up in Yale University and studying like biochemistry, and, you know, he wanted to be in biochemistry and science and cure cancer and stuff like that. That's what he was getting into. He was a very bright student from the hood, somewhere in New Jersey, I think it was. But because of his father almost pressuring him to help him get him out of prison, he goes into a line of like trying to make money and fun and stuff, like selling weed and all that sort of stuff. And spoiler alert, I mean, it's based on a true story. At the end of the movie, man, he ended up getting killed by some drug dealers, you know, rival gangs, because he was trying to make money. The intentions were always good, you know. He had future intentions to build up his the neighborhood and stuff like that as well. Just before the recession in 2008, they had a business where they would buy houses in the hood, fix them up, and then resell them, right? We're talking about houses that are abandoned and all that sort of stuff. So they'll reinvest
Mm.
them and then sell them to kind of build up the community. This guy really wanted to build up his community. This guy he was amazing to build up. His name was his real, oh man, why have I gone blank for? I need to check his real name. I need to give this real person a shout. I'll check it, but I'll hand it over to you in a second because I want to ask you a question about this as a father. But he really brought people together from different classes when he was like class sections, like rich people and poor people, whatnot. When he was in Yale University, he wanted to build up his neighborhood. He wanted to get his father out, but it led him ultimately to his death. Now, my question to you as a father, this is deep, is as a father, if you're in that situation, how much of your child's life are you willing to sacrifice
No,
for
none.
yourself?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
None. I wouldn't put. I'm a fuck up anyway. Why would I mess up their lives? I've made my choices. I've done my shit. If if I'm in the wrong place, and this is me, look, man, I'm always gonna love you. If I'm gonna be continuing to fuck up, then do not walk down my path. Do not try and help me. I am far too gone down that road. And it's sad to say that because all they'd want to do is try and help their parents. We try and help our parents. Uh, but I know me. If I'm that far gone, bro, just leave me. You'll be fine. As long as you have the intelligence and uh, the way you want to move in this reality, then don't I don't want that. I don't want them to be held back. Never, never. They find their own paths. They go their own roads. If I'm still a fuck up, then I'm on my own. I can only love them and guide them. That's what we can do as parents. I think.
It's heartbreaking
That's
because
my
this
answer.
father, this father, like there's that element. And you know what? And I don't know what I think he died actually. Because while he was in prison, like because his son got him out, and of course the racist judges and all that sort of stuff, they appealed it and they got him back in. Now there was a question that his son threw at him at the end to just say, "Dad, I need to know the answer because I've never asked you. Like, are you really innocent?" And his dad's been claiming he's innocent the whole time, so I don't know if he is or whatnot. And I can't see anything that if he what do you call it is innocent or whatnot or guilty or whatever. But the father was so, and I don't blame him because no, I do, but in a way, like I know he's trying to get out and his life has just been taken away based on, injustice and everything. But he sacrificed his bright son, who he in the movie it showed, and I don't, I'm like, and again, I quickly shout out the 2014 biography, The Short Tragic Life of Robert Peace by Jeff Hobbs. So Robert Peace was his name. He had a different name. He changed it to Robert Peace. I can't remember what it was in the movie, but anyway, Robert Peace. But he loved his son a lot. He knew his son was super bright and intelligent. So happy for him for what capabilities that he's gonna do and how he helped the neighborhood and all that sort of stuff. But at what point did you say, "Son, please go live your life"? It's almost like Flash is a comic book story. It's a comic book story, but that father said, "Go live your life. Please don't waste your
Mm.
life on me." It was like that, but this father was like, get me out," which ultimately led his son to his death. It's heartbreaking,
Yeah, no, see,
and I
that's a
think
difficult position because that's selfish. That was
exactly,
selfish
and of
what we did.
course,
What he did there.
yeah. So
Yeah,
something I
it's
recommend as a
lovely.
father you can relate. It's a great story to know. I would recommend that movie 100%.
Yeah, no, that sounds like a good film. I'll check that out. But yeah, no, uh,
Definitely.
that's
Oh,
a bit of a hard watch as well. But
it will be. It will be
this is
because
the downfall of a father who has given this child free reign to be educated and be as intelligent as he is because the father led that way, regardless of what happened. But I mean, I always go back to that Flash story as well, bro. Like even in the comic books, he's telling his son, "Just go and leave it. I'm done now." The justice system doesn't. work for somebody, and because this is some mystical shit that's happened, he don't want his son or daughter to live like that. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't want my kids to live like that either. My mistakes, my things, my issues, if even if it's not in my control, the way the system works, and we know how it works. If it's not going to work with me, it's going to work against me. Don't waste your life, man. Honestly, you guys, they'll be heartbroken. They'll be heartbroken because all we want to do as kids and see our parents is help as much as we can and do the best we can. So yeah, yeah, it's a tough one, definitely. I'll watch it. I'll check that out. Sounds like a good watch.
Great, great. It's a piece of history. When I say it's a piece of someone's story, and my wife Elliot checked she researched while we were watching the movie, so she knew what would happen. So I'm expecting a nice ending, happy ending.
Yeah.
The bright future. He gets the father out. He moves on and lives like, nah. I was like, what the fuck? What the fuck? And that was the industry that got his father into prison as well. Like the same thing, selling weed and all that sort of stuff. Anyway, great movie, guys. Check it out. All right, let's break this one down. Terminator Zero.
Hold on, let me go through.
All right. Go on.
I've watched a couple of things.
All right, let's
Yeah,
start.
sorry.
Go on. Why don't you do that then? I'll Google them as you speak, so we can have some kind of visuals.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me bring my list up. Guys, if you don't know, we're on Letterboxd, so we put our reviews on Letterboxd. So any latest films that we watch, we put our reviews on there as well. So we're going to talk about The Crow and we're going to talk about Terminator after. So let's start with... Guys, if you want a really good film to watch on Netflix right now, check out Rebel Ridge, which is really good. I don't know if we spoke about it, but it's still kind of stuck in my head.
How do you spell it?
Rebel Ridge.
Rebel Ridge.
Yeah, it's one of those movies that will catch you from the first minute. Not even as soon as the movie starts, all the way to the end. Very good film.
Okay, I'll put this on my list.
There is some slow moments, but overall, very good.
Okay, we'll put that on my list. What is it about? A former Marine grapples his way through a web of small-town corruption with an attempt to post bail for his cousin escalation to violent standoff with the local police. Okay, I'll take a look.
The other movie I watched Trap with, I don't know, man. It feels like two different movies. They should have stuck with basically, if they prolonged what they did in the actual arena with the music concert, I think that would have been a great film. But then they continued it elsewhere, and it's like it got basic after that.
Right? Right. That's what I said, right? Like,
hold on the line. You continue talking.
Yeah, we could do. I think since we've seen this movie both now, we could do a review on this. So, Trap, starring Josh Hartnett, M. Night Shyamalan movie, was as Kibler said that when I first watched it, Kibler hasn't seen it. I said the exact same thing, that it felt like two separate movies. And the first part of the movie I thought was a great concept, like him being trapped in the concert, and it was the police and the police psychologist, or who it was. He was a brutal murderer, or mass killer, or whatever you call him. And the idea was to trap him, to get him into this concert and then trap him and whatnot. And that element of the movie was awesome. And I felt like if you kept him in the concert the whole movie, that would have been awesome. And halfway through the movie, he escapes the trap. And now it becomes like a chase type of movie. And I was like, you lost it now. Like for me, after that, you kind of lost it. But the trap element was awesome. In my head, I was like, man, if the whole movie was a trap, if this was like an M. Night Shyamalan movie and he wanted to do one of those things that he's done in I See Dead People and all that shit, Sixth Sense and everything, I would have thought, because you saw this amazing father who gave this an amazing experiences for his daughter. He went out of his way and done everything for his daughter. I reckon if you'd done that throughout the whole movie and just these weird little things here and there, and at the end you find out he's the one that they built the trap for, I would have been like, oh shit, and like Shalaman done it again. He done one of those
Perfect.
I see dead people type of things. But as soon as he escaped, I'm like, this is a chase movie, and I'm not that interested anymore. Like, you lost me. There's no trap anymore. The trap element was good, and then after, you lost me.
Yeah, I think that's where it threw me off as well. It was like, oh man, you guys really, because I think the beginning part of the film is really good, but that's only 40 minutes of it. And then after that, it turns into this, let's go to your house, singer comes, babe. It, but it wasn't good fun. It wasn't good fun.
And
So
listen,
I saw that.
I don't know shit about making movies, but I was like, when she's the most popular singer and all this sort of stuff. When she was on her Instagram live and she was in the toilet and she was like, help me or go to this house or whatever it was. Like, why don't you just turn the camera and say, this is the dude that everyone's looking for. This is the guy. Look, like, you know what I mean? Like, you had all those followings and all that sort of stuff. You're going to pull it live. You're going to put his face out there. I was like, why don't you just turn the camera around? Like, I just didn't, listen, yeah, the first half, the trap part of the movie was awesome. After the trap part, which is 40 minutes later, you lost me, in my opinion.
Yeah, no, that's yeah, not great, not great. Other movie I watched was Christopher Robin, which is based on Christopher as an adult who forgets his childhood magic. Uh,
Is this an old
Based on
movie?
Winnie the Pooh. Yeah, Winnie the Pooh. It's Ian McGregor. Really beautiful movie, man. I can't believe I never watched this film. This film just really brought some joy to me, brought some happiness, brought some tears. Uh, it's really good, bro. And again, it's the moral of not letting go of being fun and imaginative and being creative, and even though you grow up, that you can still be silly, and sometimes it's good to do. And that's something I kind of got me from there. Sometimes it's good to do nothing because you never know what comes out of nothing. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay. Sometimes
Good
it's
film,
good to
bro.
do nothing because you never know what can come. But what do you mean? Like, be lazy?
No, no, no. Like just have a moment to yourself. We get so consumed with
Oh,
everyday life, bro, and we forget to just be present. You miss
got
out
it.
on the little me like things that happen.
So from the looks of this image, it looks like, and from what I'm reading here, like he's like a business dude, and he needs to get reminded of like rediscover the joys of life. So he gets that with Winnie the Pooh and the characters and whatnot. So he's probably just living his life without absorbing any joy and whatnot.
What happens when you grow up, bro? Oh, horrible.
You
Always
know
a nice
what?
reminder. That movies like that is always a nice reminder.
It's true.
Put it on your
Yeah,
list, bro. It's a good film.
yeah. We'll try and check it out.
Yeah, so I did that. Bro, I watched Greedy People.
Oh yes.
What what a film. Really, again, it felt like two different movies. Started off like a comedy buddy cop movie to holy shit, what the hell is going on? Everybody's just doing crazy evil shit. Morale of the story is everybody's effed up in their own ways and greed takes over.
When money's involved like that, greed takes over, man. Yeah, Himesh Patel, Jason Gordon-Levitt,
Yeah.
Lily James. Bro, it
Hmm.
was really good, right? I mean, that's what I told you. Like when I watched it, I didn't want to spoil it or whatnot, but it felt like two different movies. And this is a case where it could compare to Trap or whatnot. Two great movies, right? Because it was, like I said, a buddy cop funny movie. Jason, what's his name?
Joseph.
Joseph was awesome. His character was funny,
Yeah,
making me
yeah,
laugh.
bro. He was fun.
But yeah, then the second part turns into a thriller, and yes, he was already a psycho, but when you see the comedy aspect of his psycho, you're like, he's just that psycho character, the comedy movie. But then you're like, oh, this is what that psycho character looks like in a thriller movie. He's actually fucked up. And the way that money just corrupted everyone, like I'm talking about Himesh Patel, him, his wife, like the story of them. Oh, we're having a family. We thought it'd be more better for us to bring up a family in this quiet neighborhood and whatnot. And you're like, that's a loving family. That's nice. Immediately, bro. Immediately, like money just turned all of them evil, her and him and everything. And what a great movie. What a great movie. And the way it turned out at the end, spoiler alert, the way it turned out at the end, I did not expect that at all.
Nah,
Everyone,
same.
Everyone lose. Everyone. I was like, what?
Yeah,
The wife too? What the fuck? Like him? Well, I couldn't believe it, bro. Everyone died.
yeah, bro. It was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Bro, good movie. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. Greedy People. Very, very good. Very good. The other one I watched, I mean, Transformers 1 and 2, you watch it, won't give a full review, but comes out in cinemas 11th of October. Bro, absolutely awesome. I had such a blast. Ash did as well. Ash was surprised on how well it was. Great soundtrack, great animation, great story and depth now. It's nice to get an animation form of this because I think this is how the Transformers should be and cutting out the human element. Bro, anyway, without too, when you watched it, we'll talk. Bro, the other gem I saw, which was yesterday, it was yesterday or the day before, the Super Mario Brothers movie. Bloody hell, that was so much fun, bro.
Yeah.
That was a good film, bro. Chris Pratt was wicked. Jack Black smashed it. Uh, everybody was great, bro. It's a good, fun action-packed animation with great animation and an amazing soundtrack as well. So that's good fun. I'm glad. I'm kind of gutted I didn't get to see that in cinema because visually it looks stunning. Such a fun movie, bro. Such a fun movie. So that was good. But yeah, all right, cool, man. This is where we get to the nitty gritty. The Crow and Terminator Zero. Let's jump into Terminator Zero, bro.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. So let's review Terminator Zero. So we're gonna give a full breakdown and our thoughts on this. Now, for me, and I've said this, the best Terminator content since Terminator 2 Judgment Day, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
I put it on. It's an anime. And I left it in Japanese and I watched. I read the subtitles and whatnot. Visually, like, oh, listen, the animation style is the most is the best. I think
Mm-hmm.
honestly, animation wise, it's the best. It's the most unique, the most detailed in its ways of shading and coloring and details of expression and whatnot. They do it so well. I think they're the
Mm-hmm.
best at it personally, especially adult content animation. I believe they were the first. We spoke about Fist of the North Star and whatnot. Animation, like Japanese, like animation, I feel like they were the first to just make adult animation content. But this movie, this show was absolutely amazing. The story they put behind it, the way they connected it to Terminator that we love, Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 Judgment Day, was
Mm-hmm.
absolutely fantastic from the Japanese perspective. Right? What happened in
Yep.
Japan when Skynet went live? What happened in Japan when Skynet went rogue and Judgment Day happened and all the nuclear bombs and whatnot? It was a perspective from that side. Possibly in an alternate timeline, I don't know. But what an amazing story from that perspective that really brings the element and you back to Terminator, the Terminator that we love. And they had
Yeah.
elements. They had some of the music and all that sort of stuff in it. Skynet obviously was the US version of the AI that they brought forward, which immediately cause destruction to the world. And you know, the AI story always, you know, we've seen it so many times, and I believe, you know, Terminator was one of the first ones from AI and time travel, which was about, you know, AI analyzing humanity and saying, all you guys do is kill each other. All you guys, like, it just saw the worst in humanity at the end. Like, there's good, and that's what this one touches on as well. And the Japanese AI, which is called Corolla, what was it called? I can't remember, Corolla or something like that, which end
Kuroko.
up yeah, which end up seeing the good which this character Malcolm shows, you know, by sacrificing
Mm.
himself and his for himself. But this Skynet ultimately, you know, and AI we've seen in Age of Ultron and all those sort of movies, just sees the bad in humanity because you guys just kill each other anyway. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get rid of all of you and we'll be in control. And then, you know, we will make sure you guys have a better type of life. But this story, just having that Japanese perspective, which we would never get in some of these classic movies, which I think is awesome. And the AI that he was creating, like, you know, like knowing what's happening, going back in time, trying to prevent it from that side of the world. Absolutely, what a fantastic story, bro. What a fantastic. So best Terminator content since Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
100%, bro. Even the chase, to get the kids, what that T1, that no, T800 was doing, bro, sick, bro. That scene in the police station, like, it just paid homage to how brutal the Terminator is, and went back to the original core things that made the Terminator scary, bro. Even though they made him lighthearted in number two, he was still this unstoppable beast. You know what I mean? Tech kid at all costs, even though he was ripped apart. You know what I mean? But this one, he was trying to. There was more to this Terminator as well. Did you see the twist with one of the kids?
What, the oldest kid?
Yeah, where he was
Yeah.
like, "You sent me back,"
Yeah. Oh, yes. Yeah. I mean, what the
and I was
hell?
like, "Oh my God, that just changed everything." But it looks like
But what
I'm hoping
about,
we get a season.
yeah, and what about
Yeah.
the lady? I forgot her name now, but she was his mother. He came from the whole twist was awesome. He came from the future. His mother,
Hmm.
the woman who came back, I'm trying to find her name. She came from, she was his mother.
Hmm.
I'm looking at the cast now, bro. What was the mother's name? Malcolm, Kanita, Hero, Missy. No, Misaki was the robot.
Yeah.
Eco.
Yeah. Yeah.
Badass. Like she was almost like a, what's her name? Sarah Connor type. Sarah Connor
Yeah.
part
Yeah.
two in Judgment Day
Hmm.
part two kind of character.
Yeah.
Bro, did you know Rosaria Dawson was in this?
Yeah.
I had no
She
idea.
plays Kuroko, right?
Is it?
I think so.
Well, it says here Heart. Oh, she plays Heart of Kuroko.
Oh, yes, that's right.
But how? But in the Japanese, in the dubbed version or what?
In the dub version.
Okay, so I watched it. Man, is she a legend? She's a legend, bro. Like she's in
Mm.
everything. Star Wars, MCU, freaking Terminator franchise. Like she's in everything. What a legend. Um, bro, the animation style was absolutely amazing. Like I say, like Terminator looked wicked. I think
Yeah,
like
bro. So good.
it
So good.
was so
I
brutal.
like very brutal. I really like what they did with this, bro, because they give us something fresh and new, but really relate to what we originally got and work it really well. And the animation art style in itself, bro, is gorgeous, bro. It made me feel that 80s and 90s manga, which we grew up with. And as much as it was a good story, good plot, every episode had a little cliffhanger. It just felt right, bro. I feel like if I watched Terminator 1 and 2 and watched that straight after, that would be my Terminator 3.
Oh, 100%. 100%. That's such a great way to pull it. I would even say, guys, if you really want to watch Terminator 3, watch this. Just watch
Mm,
this. Oh,
yeah.
honestly, it was so good. I mean, yeah, as I was reading it, because I watched it in Japanese, and I was reading it, I was actually like, this show had me talking out to myself. Like when you're
Mm,
seeing certain plots, like they're talking about Skynet, Skynet's gonna go live at this time, and he's building Kuroko to fight Skynet. You find out Skynet is actually coming back in this timeline, coming back to take Kuroko out offline
mm,
because
mm,
they see
mm,
each other as enemies. Koroko's still seeing the bad of human elements and whatnot, and it was attacking the humans that was attacking it, but it wasn't perfect or whatnot. We don't know if Koroko is gonna be, good for humanity or whatnot. Is it really gonna, like, at the end, the sword element, it seemed a bit more intelligent in the sense that it was able
exactly.
to again dive into the emotions of human beings. So it saw Malcolm sacrificing himself and then ultimately almost trying to help them or whatnot, and to stop
Hmm.
Skynet. It did stop some of the explosions of Skynet and the nuclear bomb, and he said it's going to make his own judgment. I love that. I love the fact that, the human beings created another AI. Well, Japan created another AI to challenge Skynet, but that AI is still not like, I'm your servant. Like, you know what I mean? It's still kind of like, I'm still going to judge you guys and see how it goes. I had me talking to myself. My wife was like, "Why are you talking to yourself?" I'm like, "This shit. If you've seen, I'll tell you, if you've seen Terminator, then you're gonna know what the hell is going on because it took me back to Terminator 1 and Terminator 2
Hmm.
Judgment Day, and I was like, oh my God. I think they, like you said, they paid good homage to it. There was a couple scenes when I think it was like, some of the lines like, "Come with me if you want to live. I'll be
Yeah,
back."
yeah, yeah.
They threw them in there, and the original soundtrack, which was, you heard it in
Brilliant.
some of it, just absolutely like. Terminator 3, you're 100% right. This is Terminator 3 if you guys want to watch it in beautiful animation form. But just again, just to see a story of an epic story that we grew up with and love, but from the perspective,
Told better from a different perspective, isn't it?
yeah, from the other side of the
It's just a
world.
better story, bro. Just a better story, and
100%.
gripping as well. It worked for me. It worked. It got biblical, you know, uh, and it shows how cruel humans are. Just I feel like it came out at the right time, bro. Came out at the right time. We kill each other, bro.
Well,
The real world. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
with AI and these robots, what we just saw in Lebanon with what? I don't want to get into that, but that's your cyber attack. You know what I mean? Humans
Exactly.
created that cyber attack.
Exactly. Exactly.
That terrorist attack that just happened in Lebanon is a cyber attack. Simple. And this is
Exactly.
robots just saying, oh wait, like this is robots you're giving thoughts to saying, that's all you lot do. All you lot do is kill us.
Yeah.
You create us robots, you create us AI to go and kill yourselves, like your own
Hmm.
human beings. Let me just kill all of you
Exactly.
lot anyway. Like, were you trying to create me for so I could go kill for you? No, I might as well
No.
get rid of all of you lot and try and figure out how you idiots can work, how you stupid, you know, beings can live together. As you said, it gets biblical because it's like a God type thing or whatnot. Um,
Exactly. Yeah.
but yeah, no, it's really deep, and it does. If you start thinking about it, it does really touch on what's going on in the world, and it makes AI makes a point, or all these things make a point, these stories make a point. But you're like, nah, that's good in human being. That was the beauty about this one. Kuroko saw the good, the little bit of good, and was like, I'll hold for now. I'll defend you guys against Skynet for now.
Yeah. 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 Exactly. No. Great, bro. I absolutely loved it. So good. So good. As I said, guys, if you are Terminator fans, this is Terminator 3 for me. And if you watch it all in one go, it's almost like, actually, no, they're almost like, what are they, 30 minutes each?
Yeah.
It's a 4 hour Terminator 3 movie, which was perfect.
100%. I'm so looking forward to if they do more. I mean, apparently on Rotten Tomatoes and all that stuff, it got 100%. It was getting pure good ratings, and I'm glad it deserves it. And I hope more people see it. I hope more people get exposed to it, especially Terminator fans. If you're a Terminator fan, you have to. You really have to,
Exactly.
man, because you will not be disappointed, honestly. And the fact that they did connect it does become Terminator 3. I wonder if James Cameron was involved or anything. Like, I would love.
I
Obviously, he
haven't,
probably gave his
to
blessing.
be honest, yeah, but I didn't, I haven't read anything. I haven't read anything. But listen, great. So good. So good. I'll give it a second watch because a couple of things probably I missed out. But from what I've gathered and what we've got from it, delightful, bro. Very
Just
good.
a
Very good. Yeah.
great take, a new great take on Terminator franchise. But so good, yes, it can be Terminator 3.
Exactly. Exactly that. Exactly that.
Cool. All right. Well, let's move on to the Crow.
Boom.
Okay. Go on, King. You go first, man.
Oh, okay.
Silence.
Hold on. Let me put my cam on for this so you guys can see my.
Let me, listen, James, written by James O'Barra, Zach Berlin, William Joseph Schneider, stars Bill Skarsgård, FKA Twigs, and Danny Hudson. She's a single or something or whatnot. And but I
Houston, man.
think
Houston. Danny Houston. Danny Houston.
okay. And then the director's Robert Sanders. Yeah, go on, bro. What did you think of this movie remake?
Bro, you know what? I think they had a really good premise for this film, but something got fucked up along the way. And I know that because of production and writing was a lot of issues. You can blatantly see it in this film. Jason Momoa was attached to the project, then he dropped out. There's too many issues with this movie being made. They should have just left it. Because some of the visuals are really great in this film, but the first 40 minutes is boring. It's
Rubbish.
so boring. Like they're making me try and connect to these characters. Hold on, bro. I think I need to drop something. No, it's all right. They're making me try to connect to these characters that I don't care about now. Like, bro, the original Crow movie gave us an origin, you know, their love story in 15 minutes, and they went in.
I just
This film,
re-listened to our review of the original Crow that we did, and that's exactly what we said. The origin of that movie, it started off with something so horrific, you didn't even need a backstory. Within
exactly,
15 minutes, you're like, I can't wait for this guy to get revenge. And that was
bro.
it. This one spent an hour trying to build. But that movie, the original one, showed us in 15 minutes how much they were in love and how much this soul was not ready to leave because of the bad that happened to it in 15 minutes. This movie took an hour to do that. And I was like, I don't give a shit. I don't believe in your love. Because there was doubts in
Mm.
the love. I don't believe in your love.
Yeah, doubts.
And
Yeah, exactly.
also you two were crackheads and stuff like that. So, like, do I give a shit about if you need revenge? Like, I don't really, you're involved in stupid shit and stupid people. The other one, they were just like, it was a musician and all that sort. You just, something horrific happened, please go get your revenge. This one, they tried to give so much backstory. I didn't believe in their
They made
love.
it this convoluted story with the devil and the afterlife, and it's stuff that they didn't have to do, bro. Honestly, they did not have to do that. I feel like that convoluted story about the devil whisperer and all of that shit, and his pure love and the other world that he goes to was not needed. We didn't need it, bro. The last 30 minutes of the film was delightful, I've got to say.
But
Creative, very well.
I actually put the time down. Hour and 15 minutes, literally. When he comes back, it's like a video game. Every time he dies, he comes back. I was like, that was kind of shit. Sorry, you didn't need that. In the original Crow, there was no, I'm dying, I come back. He went straight for revenge. He knew why he was back. He knew he had to get revenge, all that sort of stuff. In this one, oh, what am I doing back? And oh, I didn't know I'm
And they
bulletproof.
kept it neutral and grounded because it was everyday people, everyday bad guys. They're human.
Yes,
They didn't
yeah.
have to add this convoluted story about the devil trying to take innocence from the world. And it's far too complicated shit that I don't really want to see in the Crow movie and the Crow comic books are based on revenge. Troubled souls on Earth that can't leave because something tragic happened to them. This didn't have that. This didn't even have that. Even the way that even the way that his girlfriend died, FKA died, was not even horrific as what happened in the original Crow. Bro. In the
Yeah, she
original Crow,
got
it's like,
raped
bro,
and
I'm
everything.
going to
Yeah.
kill you, man. I'm gonna kill you.
Bro, in the original one, like I said, within 15 minutes, not only did you like they told us the love story, they gave us what I mean, they didn't even tell us anything. You just already knew they were madly in love, but that brutality of what happened to them, you're like, fuck these dudes. I hope he gets them. Like there was in within 15 minutes. In this one, it wasn't even that brutal. And like I said, I wasn't even convinced with their love. It wasn't even that brutal the way they killed her. Um, and the villains, yeah, I mean the bad guys and everything. I just wasn't. Nothing was convincing. Nothing was convincing. That last, it's from an hour and 15, and I'm even going to say the last part was kind of pants. I didn't even like the way he killed that devil dude or whatnot. So when he just went on that rampage at that one point, that was awesome. That was the best part of the movie. So that's from like an hour 15 for maybe like 20 minutes. After that, it's crap. So I would say like 20 minutes of the movie was just fun to watch, and it felt like the Crow. It felt like the revenge story that we got in the original one. I mean, the original one, bro, we spoke about. Brandon Lee was absolutely fantastic. Even the way he played the character, uh, again reminiscent of the Joker almost, Heath Ledger's Joker. And again, it's just like we were talking about in our review, guys. Check out that review if you want
Yeah,
to hear
that's
us talk
fine.
about the
Keep that
original one.
link in the bottom. Yeah.
But the way Brandon Lee played it, that character was just like you see the psychoticness in him, but you felt the love that he was going through, man. When he kept on thinking about his
Hmm.
wife, you felt when he kept on seeing the little girl in that one who I felt like was like some kind of anchor that would always remind him of his wife, the love, and to keep kind of the violence away from her and whatnot. You had my guy
Danny Hudson.
Winston, yeah, Hudson, just again that good cop and whatnot. This one had no anchor. Again, I
That's
just
right. Yeah, exactly right. There's no anchor in this, bro. It just felt like they just made this movie and they had to make it and they put together whatever, and everybody was only in that film because they were getting a payslip.
it flopped really bad. Apparently, it made like 15 million, and then the production was like 50 million, something like that. I saw. I mean, bro, this is the problem when you make a remake, right? If you make a part two, it's a bit of a difference. You're like, okay, you're part two. Okay, push it to the side. When you make a remake of something so classic and iconic, you know, you got something like Brandon Lee behind it, who, you know, so much respect for him and the Lee family. But a movie that's so great and you just do it this bad, like, 'cause you have to remember, when you're doing a remake, immediately fans are going to criticize it. So you have to make sure that you pay so much homage to the original one. So the fan, you'll be like, fine, guys, you definitely you won't be disappointed, right? And it's no disrespect to the old ones. But the moment you
exactly.
stray away from the original and it's not good, you fucked up everything. You know, you really just messed up everything. I mean, that's what the problem with remakes. So that's why I say don't make a remake. Don't touch it. Call it something else or make it almost exactly the same. And I'm not trying to say just make, you know, yes, add extra element in it, because the violence and the action was the extra element in this. I'm like, you could have made it exactly the same, because that's what the core story is, like individual Punisher style stories, right? Revenge stories. The difference between this one and the old one is like the action that we've been getting these days, like from the John Wicks, from, you know, these movies, the kills, that kill and all that sort of stuff. And even in this for 15 minutes, that would have been the extra element I would have said in this. Make the movie the same, make it a revenge story. He's hunting him down, give him a great character, because he looked good. I like Bill Skarsgård. He looked good.
He's good. He's
I
a great
think
actor,
also,
bro, and he looked good.
yeah, and you just put that action in that you had. Fuck it, I would have said yes. This is a wicked film. Can't touch the original. Entertaining, fun film.
Yeah, same thing, bro. It's just like they should have left it, bro. But everybody was just in it for a quick payslip, and instead left a bad legacy for a film that, you know, it, it's like one of my top 10. You know, one of my, not top 10, but one of my favorite films, bro. Still to this day, and it's so simplistic in, as you said, what it is as a movie. But the convoluted story just annoyed me.
Yeah, I mean, back then they just knew how to just start a movie and get you straight into it, and straight away invested in the characters, straight away invested in the motive of the characters, the revenge story. And as that motive's going on, you get more invested in the character. And again, you believed in his love. You believed in his love in 15 minutes. In this one, like I said, they were both crackheads. I didn't believe in their love. Like, how you fall that deeply in love within? I mean, I know there's love at first sight, but not like this. I don't know. It was, but you know, ultimately what it does, it gets people back to it gets people to just kind of say, yeah, the original one was the best one. You can't touch it. You know what I mean? Like, and all respects to the creators for this one. I know there's a lot of work that goes into it. I like Bill Skarsgård, and I hope nothing affects him and other creators and whatnot. But what you've done is basically just shown that the original one's the best, and everyone should just go watch that if you're gonna watch the next film.
Exactly that, bro. Exactly that. Yeah, it's a bit of a horrible movie, bro. But if you guys want to forward it all the way to 1 hour 15, then do that.
Get 20 minutes of great action. That's what I would say. Some really cool, brutal action from an immortal. What an immortal would do. You know what I mean? Just take shots and give one back. So if you want to see 20 minutes of awesomeness, check that out. I would say so. Skip to 115 and just watch the last part. Just know you don't. You know what? With a story like this, you should be able to skip to the end and say, "I know they were in love and he went to get revenge." That's it. But this one didn't. This one just took too long to do that. And you know, there wasn't any epic lines, as you said. You know, one of the most epic lines from the original ones, like "It doesn't always rain," right? And it's a metaphor of you'll get happier days, you'll get sunshine. You know what I mean? And
can't rain all the time. Yeah, I love it.
Can't rain all the time. You can't take these little things away from those movies. This movie unfortunately didn't have that, but the original one had something that sticks with you. You know what I mean?
Exactly that. Exactly right, bro. Exactly that. And that's hard, man, because you know when you make a movie, you want people to remember it. It's horrible when it's turned out the way it just has.
Yeah. Well, guys, what I would say is, yeah, watch the last hour and 15, like skip hour and 15 to hour 15, watch it from there. Hey, listen, if you're a Bill Skarsgård fan, like, he's a good looking dude. If you just want to sit there looking at him for an hour and a bit, do it. And then you can watch the last part. Anyway, listen, I don't want to tell people not to watch a movie. You should go judge it for yourself. If you're a fan of the original, I don't think you're definitely not going to be interested. If you've never seen the movies, I still recommend the original 100%. But if you want to watch a new movie, go for it. You know what I mean? It's up to you. It's already out on streaming service. I mean, it immediately came out. I think it was in cinema for like less than a month, couple of weeks, 3 weeks even, and it was just such a flop that they immediately brought it out on streaming service. So maybe it opens it up to people, and people will give it a chance, like myself. Just unfortunately, it was, I've seen the original. I love the original. You took it far away from that. You ruined it. Simple, in my opinion.
No, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. The convoluted story is what pissed me off.
Yeah.
We didn't need that convoluted story. Yeah, we did not need that. Yeah. Because you take it, the one thing about the original Crow is that it still was grounded because it had the supernatural part of the Crow, but you still kept it grounded with these street level idiot bugs. And what they did in this one is take it away from that. It ends up becoming a non-reality story.
Exactly.
But yeah.
Yeah. It's a shame.
But,
It's a shame.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's a shame. It's a shame. Yeah, it's a shame.
This one's a shame. Yeah, unfortunately. But that's our honest review. I mean, listen, I hate
Yeah.
shitting on movies, and I don't want to, and I'll never sit here and like I say, we told you what we like about it, which is that last bit of action. That was brilliant. That was brilliant. But yeah, it's a shame. That's a shame. Guys, that was our review for The Crow. Anything else to add to finish off with that, kids, or about leaving to that?
No, bro. Yeah, just it can't rain all the time, guys, but sometimes when it does rain, we'll get some odd bad movies.
Yeah, sometimes it rains all the time. And that movie, it rained the whole time, unfortunately.
Yeah. It did.
All right.
Cool.
Moving on to just quick things. Trailers. We had the final trailer for Venom, Last Dance. We got a visual and a confirmation of the symbiote king Knull. How do you say his name, man?
None.
Knull. Okay. All right.
They shouldn't have done that.
Yeah,
They lose.
I mean, apparently it's going to be Daryl for. I should know his real name, but Daryl from Walking Dead. Let me just pull up his name.
And I can't remember. Oh.
Let me just pull it up on Walking Dead. I think they'll come up here. But everyone's saying it's him. I didn't see an IMDb, but okay, well, come on, give me Norman Reedus.
Readers.
Yeah. Listen. Yeah, I don't know. Listen, that symbiote king, I don't know. I know he's super, I don't know much about him, but he's super powerful, right? So anyway, that was one trailer.
He's big in the comic books. He's big.
He's huge, yeah. So maybe
he's huge. He's like Thanos level.
Got it. So why maybe I don't know. Let's see what they do with Venom. Spider-Man, the Sony Spider-Man universe. Venom has been the best, but they're not the greatest movies.
No.
So there was another movie trailer that came out called The Brothers. Josh Brolin. You got Brendan Fraser back, who's awesome, and you got
Peter
Dinklage. Yeah. The trailer looked joke. I'm looking forward to it. This is gonna be a fun movie to sit at home and watch on Amazon Prime, October 17th. I'm looking forward to that. There was another trailer that came out for what's the one you watched with
Mickey 17. That's got Mark Ruffalo, Robert Pattinson, Stephen Yeun, Tony Collette, I think. But yeah, this looks interesting. Is that what you want to sleep in? Okay.
Yeah, this looks fun. This looks like one of those multiplicity. What was it? It was kind of like a expendable dude, right? And the humans were making experiments on him and just learning from him by cloning him and just learning every time he dies. So that was interesting. Cool. Yeah, those are trailers that we watched. All right, let's get into the news. Should we get into the news?
Yeah, go for it, bro.
All right, let's get into the news. This part we'll just finish off with the news, guys. So Deadpool and Wolverine, the biggest movie of the year, Marvel's comeback, $1 billion movie, all that good stuff is coming out on streaming service, I believe October 1st. So I
Nice,
cannot wait for that to come out, and I'm
nice.
gonna watch that again. So that's definitely one that I can watch again. So looking forward to that, guys. Look out for that. Calverine,
No,
I'm
definitely.
hearing so much rumors, and some of these rumors now could be true, man, because you know the I don't know. Sometimes Marvel listen to the fans, I believe, and there's a lot of
They
stories
do.
about there's a lot of stories about what's his name, talks about Henry Cavill being the MCU's Wolverine. I don't know. We shall see. I will not be unhappy with that. I have to be honest. I know he's gonna be a big, way more bigger and bulkier than the original comic book Wolverine, but maybe we don't need to see that anymore. The movie universe is a bigger character. I would not be upset with that. I have to say, I wouldn't be upset with that. So if they get him in as an MCU's Wolverine, I'll be
I'm
fucking.
happy, bro. I'm happy.
I will be happy with that, and I think that
Yeah,
will be an
happy.
explosive moment when they do it, if they do it.
Yeah, no, exactly, exactly. It'd be very interesting if they go down that route, bro. I'm happy for Mr. Cavill to take over this.
I said, all right, going on to DC news. So I spoke about this before, and this was a news that came out. Josh Brolin actually he passed on HBO's Green Lantern playing Hal Jordan, so he passed on it. So
Oh, interesting.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, I guess so. Some people say that he's too old and whatnot. Maybe he passed on it for a reason. I don't know. But yeah, I guess they'll look for a new Hal Jordan.
I hope they do. I'm sorry. Like as much as I love Josh Brolin, I just feel like he's too old. I don't want to see an old Green Lantern unless it's Hal Jordan older passing on the ring to John Stewart. This is going to be a TV show, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it could be that. That would have been probably interesting to see. But if they're going to do it on Hal Jordan, then I'd rather it be somebody new. Even like somebody like Glenn Powell. I think he's awesome.
Oh yeah, he'll be good. He'll be good. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I can
Give
I
us
can
a bit
see
of
Glenn Powell.
yeah, give us a bit of Hal Jordan first before you move on to
John
the other
Stewart.
yeah, John Stewart. All right, cool. Well, the other DC news was a legendary one, man. Batman receives Hollywood
Yeah,
Walk of
boy.
Fame star. The first superhero. This guy is the most iconic superhero you got to put out there, I guess. For Superman and Batman, I don't know. You would have thought Superman would go to first, but the Dark Knight
Yeah,
gets
yeah,
it
yeah.
first.
But
Uh,
remember, the reason why, yeah, because of that, because I've been having a lot of conversations with the DC guys. And yes, Superman is the original OG, but remember, my guy's still an alien. Bruce Wayne is not an alien; he's a human being, and only human beings have Hollywood stars.
well, there you go. There
Even though
you
he's a
go.
fictional character, but yeah, he's
I
human. I suppose that's why they went for it. But listen, tomorrow, and when you guys see this episode, the 21st of September is always Batman Day. This is his thing. So definitely good on him, man. Good on the Bats getting that Hollywood star. Yeah, good on him, man.
I watched an interesting clip on YouTube. It was actually hilarious, where some dude was saying he was actually talking bad about Batman. So I
Mm,
know we just got to give him stripes for him getting the Hollywood Walk of Fame, fictional character and whatnot. But shout outs to Batman, all that sort of stuff. All love. Got my big statue right there, all that stuff. But he was like, what has Batman done for Gotham City? He's a
yeah,
billionaire.
exactly.
Did he build
Yeah.
schools? Has he built universities? Has he built hospitals? Like, has he constantly built them? All he does is I mean, he's probably built some, but his main objective is to dress up as a bat only at nighttime and beat up weirdos and whatnot. But like that didn't solve this. If he really wanted to help the whole city, he should have built up community. He should have built the community with schools and hospitals and charity stuff and taking people homeless off the street, all that stuff. He's got the money to do it. He ain't done none of that. All he does is dress up as a bat and beat up freaks in the street. And I
So
was like,
that's jokes.
what's your
He's
thoughts?
got
What's your thoughts on that? Like
no, bro.
Batman fans.
Listen, bro, he has done stuff. If you read the comic books, he does do stuff for charity. He does give, but the story, but those are like certain stories that show the charity work he does, or hospitals he builds and stuff like that. So yeah, it's a tough one, bro, because mostly people know that he's a guy who dresses up at night and beats shit out of weirdos. So what sort of thing is he playing to society? But there are some comic books, bro, where you're like, oh my God, bro, it plays a big, big, big part of Gotham City. And the White Knight, that's one of those stories, where the Joker turns the whole city against him, but yet they don't realize how much he's done for them. But Batman causes a lot of shit in the process as well. So uh, I somewhat agree and somewhat disagree because of the comic book knowledge we've got. Uh, on a side note, shout out to DC UK. They've got Batman Unmasked happening in Covent Garden. It's in London at the moment. It's open till November. If you're a Batman fan or not even a Batman fan and want to know more about Batman history, go check out the props. They've got live props from the movie itself from Warner Brothers archives, and great experience. Me and Ash went on that, I think, the week before. So pictures are on our Instagram page. Check it out. But yeah. Sorry, I thought I segued that in.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool. I mean, in regards to that Batman thing, I think there's a point from both sides as well, because no matter how many schools and hospitals and everything, there are freaks on the street that just want to destroy the place. So he has to get them off the streets as well. So the more, like, yes, I think there's an element of both. This is obviously coming from an individual who doesn't read the comics and whatnot. But he's got a point. I think there's a lot more that he could do with his money, as well as dress up as a bat and beat up the freaks. But I guess there's a middle sort of perspective as well that he could do, because there's a lot more you can do. There's a way that you can bring down crime if you give people opportunities to avoid doing crime. You know what I mean? Like, put them in work or whatever it is. I don't know the economical system, but if you've got that much money, I'm sure you can make more impact. But again, you got people on the streets like the Joker who just want chaos. So you got to take them off. But yeah, that was interesting. Shout outs to Batman for his Hollywood Walk of Fame star. This one
That's
here,
all.
what is this? Goonies 2. Okay, this was some bullshit, man. It looks like. So Martha Plimpton and Corey Feldman shut down the Goonies 2 rumor. This is from like Deadline, which I believe is like legit and everything. So it looked like it was happening and whatnot, but I even put a short out saying that it's happening, but it's I think it's some bullshit. So just wanted to put that out there. This is not happening, and I'm glad. So
Any Gilman's fell for it. I'm glad as
no.
well, bro. I don't want a number two. I don't want a remake. I don't want a part two. Just leave it alone.
100%. Leave Goonies 2 alone, and I'm glad it's fake. And yes, I felt for it. And I checked the internet. It looked like it was all happening. It was just rumors bullshit. So forget about it. Blue Beetles, just a quick shout out to Blue Beetles. It's going to be released in a couple cinemas this weekend, actually, for Hispanic Heritage Month. So,
Awesome.
guys, I would say check it out, man. It was a decent movie. It was
It's a
actually
good fun, man. It's a good
yeah,
fun movie.
entertaining movie. So guys, check it out. We releasing some cinemas, one in for a week this week. So do check it out if you have a chance. Support it. All right, Ocean's 14. So apparently, let me just read this. Ocean 14 might be happening. Tide rise for Ocean 14. It's a bit early, but the dish here momentum building on the smokehouse production installments. I think they're doing it. It looks like this is moving forward. Starring Ocean 11, sources George Clooney and Brad Pitt are coming back, and there are Courtney Edward taking director duty. So yeah, looks like this one's happening, man. So Ocean's 14, a nice, how would I put it, like a heist type of movie, but like a very intelligent bank robbery type thing. Not just banks, but casinos and all that sort of stuff. They rob rich people, don't they? So pretty cool.
I don't know, man. I gave up on that movie after part two. There was a part three. I didn't watch that, and then there was one where it was all female cast. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know, guys.
I didn't even watch that, to be honest. Yeah. Hey, I
Yeah,
don't know. I don't know. There's a bit of an intelligence bit, and you got Brad Pitt and George Clooney and all that sort of stuff. I've been hearing loads of stuff about people turfing George Clooney because they don't like his political views or stuff. Like he came out recently about some sort of political views, and people are just like dissing him or what. I don't know. I feel like with actors, actually, you know what? Anyone can say whatever the fuck they want. Actually, fuck it. Let him have his views. I was gonna say something, but you know what?
Mhm,
Let him have his views. Who gives a fuck? Anyway, let's move
mhm.
on. This one's a bit of a controversial one, man, because I don't know how I feel about this. Linkin Park is one of the first concert we ever went to. Is one of my favorite bands of all time. Rest in
That's
peace,
right.
Chester, who passed, who's suffering a lot, took his own life. But
Mhm.
Linkin Park have replaced Chester. It's a hard word to use, and I'm sure it was hard for them too. But there's a question I'll ask in a bit with someone called Emily Armstrong. I'm not really familiar, from a rock band Dead Sarah, as new singer reveals, and for Linkin Park, they got a tour coming out. There's an album. They got a new album coming out in November. Now, my question I put to you, Kibbs, is like, how do you feel about it? And we love Chester, we love Linkin Park, and I listen to their music now. I listen to it in the car now. But is it fair that the rest of the crew members just say, "That's it, we don't need, like, our lives are done too without Chester"? Like, you know what I mean? Like, are they not allowed to
No,
move
listen.
on?
Every band had, like Nirvana when they lost, same thing due to suicide uh, and drug overdose. I think Kurt Cobain and Dave Grohl and I can't remember the other player went on and became Foo Fighters. So, like, listen, they kept the name and they still do stuff in his legacy. I think they're friends that want to continue doing what they love, but want to respect what they started off with. Uh, I think as a creative, we dibble dabble into different crews and different things, and people break up. Even us, man. Like when it came to us running a business with friends, it didn't work. It actually broke friendships in the process. People changed. People got envious. People get jealous. Uh, but the important part with Linkin Park at the moment now is they're going through a transition and they want to still bring out music to people and they still want to be creative to the world. They've brung on this Emily Armstrong, which has kind of a fucked up past, which has made it a bit worse and a bit of controversy on that side as well, because she is a person of Scientology. She doesn't believe in mental health, which most of the songs in Linkin Park and what Chester sang about was mental health.
I didn't know
Now,
that.
plus she backed up that guy a couple of years ago from the 70s shows that did some harsh stuff. Uh, uh, where he abused people. But she did put an apology statement saying I was younger and I didn't understand what I was doing at the time. So tried to retract that. Uh, there's so much more to it, bro, but it's a very difficult one. Very difficult one. But I like the new song.
I haven't even heard the
I
new
like,
song. Does it sound like the old stuff?
yeah, still got the old stuff style to it. She's not trying to be Chester as well, bro.
Mm.
And I think that's what they're trying to say. She's not trying to be Chester. And we're still trying to pay tribute to what he did with the band. Yeah, it's a big one.
Yeah,
Listen
but
to the
listen,
track.
all that stuff. You know what? I'll try and look for that track and give it a chance for sure. All that stuff that you mentioned about her, I had no idea. I mean, look, that doesn't really change much things for me. Like, people are people, they're human
Mm,
beings and whatnot. They have certain. I don't know. I mean, that's very hypocritical of me saying, because I know certain things. I'll be like, listen, fuck that dude, and we've spoken about that before. Fuck that
yeah, I
person
mean it's difficult
based on. But
because
yeah, it's just
yeah,
tough because obviously we grew up with this band. We grew up with Chester. Chester was amazing, a wicked
mhm,
voice. Some of the tunes, as you said, spoke about mental health and all that sort of stuff. You could feel it in his voice as well. For her to say like she don't believe in that stuff, I don't know like what that says. But the fact that you're saying she's not trying to be Chester, I do believe like the band has an opportunity to move. Like, you got to let the band move on. It's not fair on them if you just hold them hostage and whatnot. I don't know if that's the right word, but I do think that yeah, you got to allow the band to move on and give it a chance. And if you listen, for old fans, give it a chance. If you don't like it, you got your old stuff. You got Chester still there.
yeah,
Go
that's right.
listen to those albums. They're epic. Nothing will ever change.
Hmm.
And if they capture new fans, perfect. You know what I mean? So I wish him all the best. And rest in peace,
No,
Chester.
exactly.
I'm sure they
Hmm.
love him to bits as well. And it was a hard decision for them as well. But it's people got to move on. You
Hmm.
lose loved ones, and you have to move on with life. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
That's that's part of life. Unfortunately, it's a harsh thing to say, but we all have
It's
to
the
face that
reality.
one day. It's the reality of life, and we're
Exactly.
all gonna have to face that one day. We speak about this because Linkin Park is an amazing part of our lives. That was the first concert that
100%.
we went to, and you still got
100%.
that water bottle that they threw at you, and
Nah, that's
I'll
it,
never
bro.
forget
That's
that
it.
day. Oh, you dashed it.
That
Okay.
water, yeah, that water turned into something else. So I've still got the ticket.
Okay, but
The
still,
one look like piss
what
water.
was, man? What an epic night, though. I've never figured that. It was like back
Oh
in
my God.
2000 and something, right? 2007 or something.
2011.
Oh my God, it was
Actually, hold on. Let
absolute.
me see it. Let me get the ticket.
I feel like it's actually no, no. It's after I met Edwin, obviously. So yeah, it was got to be 2011, in the London O2, and what a great night, man! Great night, bloody hell. Mabs was with me, you know what I mean? And I'm with him in Dubai. That was a great
No, I
movie as
don't
well.
have the
Sorry,
ticket
great
either.
album, great concert. Linkin
No, I don't
Park.
have the ticket with me. Yeah. So uh, I've got the ticket somewhere. I'm trying to remember where I put it. But I saved the ticket. The bottle turned into piss water, bro.
It's
Uh,
fucked up. All right. Well, look, guys, let's finish up, man. With the yeah, let's finish up with the. We'll finish off with the Emmys. Let me just quickly give you a quick video game thing. PS Pro is looking to come out in November, I believe it is. They got a limited, you know, PS original edition one or whatever that's coming up 30th year anniversary or something like that. But for you for you play gamers, and if you ever got a PS5, they do this all the time and everything, man. They were bringing out the PS Pro. So hey, go for it, go get it and whatnot. But just wanted to give that a little thing. All right, let's finish off with the Emmys, man, because there's some
let's do it, bro.
record-breaking stuff going on. It starts off here. I'm bringing it off Variety website, whatever. Anyway, Emmy Award-winning 2024 list, Shogun dominates with 18 wins, and The Bear cooks up 11. So Shogun in itself is epic for winning all of those awards. That's just legendary, and it's in the history books since it's a cultural Japanese show and everything. But let's quickly go through this list and shout outs. I don't watch these awards. Nothing really means much to me. Whoever wins, whoever doesn't, I'm gonna like a show or don't like it, whether it gets an award or not. But for these actors and creators and whatnot, shout outs to them because they put a lot of work into it. But I'm gonna quickly go through it really quick. So drama series, best drama series goes to Shogun. And then you got comedy series goes to Hacks, which is Max. You got limited or anthology series goes to Baby Reindeer, which was actually pretty damn good. Lead actor in a comedy series goes to Jeremy Allen White for The Bear. He's actually awesome. I didn't realize in a comedy series though. Lead actor in
Really?
a drama
Wait, a
series.
comedy. That's weird.
Yeah, no, I mean it's kind of got a hint of comedy in it, but I wouldn't put that as comedy.
That's
Um,
not.
you got lead actor drama series, okay, our boy Hiroyoku Sanada in Shogun. Fucking love that dude. Lead
Nice.
actor in a limited or anthology series movie, you had Richard Gadd and Baby Reindeer. Shout outs to him. That show was good. Lead actress in a comedy series, you had Jen Smart in Hacks. I haven't seen Hacks to be honest. Lead actress in a drama series, Anna Sawal in Shogun. She was awesome. Lead actress in a limited of anthology series or movie, Jodie Foster in True Detective Night Country. Didn't see that. Supporting actor in a comedy series, Ebon Moss Bacharanch, the bear. Who's that? Who's the Ebon? I don't know who that is. I can't remember who it is. It might be the cousin, if I remember. Actually, maybe not.
Yeah, it's the cousin. It's the cousin.
It is the cousin. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
Awesome. The
and he's
bear was
playing
good.
the thing
Fantastic
in
Four.
Fantastic Four.
Yeah, okay, cool. Supporting actor in a drama series, Billy Crudup, Morning Show. Supporting actor in limited anthology or series or movie, Lamore Maris, Fargo. Supporting actress in a comedy series, Lisa Colon-Zayas in The Bear. I'm surprised that's down as comedy. I didn't realize that was a comedy. I wouldn't think it is. It was bright and made me laugh with the dialogue sometimes. I wouldn't think it was a comedy. Anyway, supporting actress in a drama series, Elizabeth De De Black. De Black. Did I say that right? The Crown. Supporting actress in limited anthology series or movie, Jessica Gunning, Baby Reindeer. Director for a comedy series, The Bear, Fisher's FX producers, Christopher Storer. What's this? Director for a drama series goes to Shogun, Crimson Sky production, Frederick E.O. Toy, directed by winner. Oh, directed by him, sorry, was the winner. Director for limited or anthology series or movie, Ripley, so Netflix Showtime, and Endemol Shine North America in the association with the Entertainment 360. And yeah, who was the winner? Stephen Zalinan, who's a director. Reality competition program, The Traitors. There's a lot here, man. Script did last week. Talk series show, The Daily Show. Writing for a comedy series, Hacks. Writing for a drama series.
But you smashed it. There's Bear going on here, man. I'm actually still shocked that the Bear is covered under comedy.
Yeah, I know. I'm kind of screaming through these now. I'm trying to just really just waiting for Variety Special. Yeah,
Listen, man,
I
Shogun
think we're going
smashed
for
it.
yeah, there
Shogun
you
has
go. Yeah.
broken
Kind of went for all of
records.
it anyway. But yeah, Shogun smashed it, man. Shogun, I mean, great show. Like visually stunning, historically amazing, great actors, yeah, I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed it. It took me a while to get in, like it felt like the Japanese Game of Thrones type of thing. When I say it took me a while to get in, you got to just sit down and invest yourself into it. And then you just fall in love with everything. You know what I mean? It's one of those shows. The Bear was like easier to get into, right? That's like there's something about, there's a different elements to these shows, right? Shogun, you got to invest your time, you got to chill, let it soak in. You love it, right? You got to start understanding who the characters, who the families, all that sort of stuff. The Bear, you just get straight into it and just enjoy it. Like, do you know what I mean? Two different shows, two great shows, and amazing winners. I wouldn't argue that. You know what I mean? You can have your biases and whatnot, but what do I know? There's so many shows out there in the world. How you gonna freaking judge? This is what I'm saying with these award shows, man. You're picking these amazing ones out of how many thousands, man, of creators creating stuff. So got to give them all credit. But shout out to Shogun, man, breaking records. So I have to assume they're gonna make up a season 2. And I hope they take their time with it and give us something as good as season 1. That is it, man. Any other news, Kibler, before we close it up?
No, I'm trying to put this little girl to sleep. No, nothing. We've got some exciting stuff happening next week, and we'll keep you guys posted. Make sure you're just following us on our socials. Do all the good stuff as well, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. We're trying to get to that 1,000 mark, so help us out, guys. Recently, you guys have been watching. Different people have been watching, but you're not subscribed to the channel. So there's 80% of you guys that watch the videos, but you guys are not subscribed. So click on the subscribe buttons, man.
Guys, help us out. Help us out. I mean, listen, our viewership has been going up, which has been great. So thank you for people for clicking, watching, viewing, liking, all that stuff. Yes, please do subscribe. Please do subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content. Hey, if you don't, hey, so be it. Right? Thanks for giving it. Yeah, thanks for giving it a chance. You have your opinion and whatnot. But if you enjoy the content, please give it a little subscribe, share. Please share it on your YouTube, your socials, your Facebook, all that sort of stuff. That would be very appreciated. But we're gonna keep doing our thing. Check out the retro movie reviews that we're putting out. We're putting a bit more effort into those and giving a lot more time into those. So look out for that one. We done the Killer comparison last week. So check out that video. We're still trying to do our trailer reactions. Kibler's doing some really cool interviews with other people in the pop culture and geek out podcast community. Some other great ones going to come as we spoke about Transformers. So watch those out. We've got some other great interviews on the channels. Do check those out. Check out the gaming channel. Shorts going on there, video game stuff like they were playing games and whatnot. Do check that out. I'm spitting all over the place. But yeah, guys, on that note, man, we'll call it there. Guys, all love, respect, and we out. Peace.
Peace. Take care, guys. Thanks again.